Welcome back once again. It's another edition of Prep Preview on CISN TV. I'm Trent Condon. As we get ready for Week 9 of the Iowa High School regular season, classes 5A down to 3A, the playoffs start tonight in classes 2A, 1AA, and also the 8-player game. That's right, playoffs are here, and the final week of the regular season. It happens every single year. Just how fast it goes. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to the final week and getting the playoffs started here. As we'll look later on here today at the RPI, the latest ranking system put in for the big class, what that means for these final regular season games in Class 5A. We'll get into that as well here, all presented to you by Fairway. But before that, let's take a look back at the week that was in Week 8 of the high school season, and what a week it was. Dowling Catholic against Valley, the big rivalry here in central Iowa, really in the state of Iowa. It's talked about every single year, and this one did not disappoint. Dowling Catholic comes roaring back in the football game to win it 31-27, the final. A touchdown by Brown late in the game. Carson Brown catches it. Valley had one more opportunity, but it was a nip-tuck game throughout, back and forth. Big plays on both sides. Kind of got off to an inauspicious start, though, on both sides. Some turnovers, some mistakes, just some plays you rarely see in the football game in Week 8 of the season. But you looked at this one. This is an all-timer. This is going to be ones that you're going to be bouncing your grandkids on your knee talking about just how great the 2021 edition of Valley Dowling was. And don't forget, we might be able to see that football game once again. Incredibly impressed by Mason Morrow, the quarterback for the Valley Tigers. He bounced back. He continues to play at an incredibly high level. Remember a year ago, Mason was playing defense for the Valley Tigers. Halfway through the season, the state deemed that Jake Rubley, their quarterback, was ineligible, who had transferred in for Colorado. He had to go from playing defense, moving over to offense. He was thrust into that quarterback spot and started to see some improvements. But the season that he has put together, the strong running game also by the Valley Tigers, a lot of great things there. But the story became Dowling Catholic. They come back in the fourth quarter to win this football game. And they did it with their fine junior quarterback, Jackson Smolik. Jackson had a collarbone injury back in Week 1 against Southeast Polk. That one went down to the wire. Southeast Polk won it 14-7 on the walk-off by Xavier Wamka, catching the Hail Mary to win that football game. He was lost. Smolik was in that game. Broken collarbone. A lot of questions. How quickly was he going to be able to come back? He gets back for this week's game against Valley, and he played at a high level. You saw it right away. Came up firing. First play of the game, Dowling throws the football, showing that he was ready to go. And though there were some rusty moments and some rusty spots that you'd anticipate with a guy that was out 7 weeks, he ended up playing at an incredibly high level. The pass that he threw to Brown that proved to be the game winner, absolutely beautiful, hit him in stride, and they win it 31-27. Congratulations to Dowling Catholic. They continue to rise up the RPI rankings and putting themselves in a solid spot here now in the playoffs once again in 2021. We also had some other games on CISN TV for you last week. It was Waukee Northwest as they faced off against Ankeny. This one was all Hawks, though. The Hawks get it done 48-7. In a losing effort, though, Waukee Northwest maybe had the play of the season. A great catch in the back of the end zone. Unfortunately for Northwest, though, the Wolves' only score of the game. Ankeny off that loss of Valley, starting to flex their muscle a little bit more here as we get deeper onto the season. Ankeny, one of those teams you still got to be talking about. They're the defending champion in the big school class, and they got a great opportunity here in front of them. Our other game that we also had last week on CISN TV for you, it was Southeast Polk making their way up to Ankeny to take on the Centennial Jaguars. And once again, Southeast Polk does it with defense this week. 16-0 the final here. Really just that boa constrictor defense that they had made it difficult for Centennial to really get any kind of offense generated in that one as they win it 16-0. Southeast Polk starting to round into form here. Had a tight one a couple weeks ago over in Cedar Rapids against the Prairie Hawks. Nice victory for them against the Jaguars. Other scores, how about the Rail Splitters of Lincoln last week? 38-36, they win it against Ames. Tough spot for them. Knew they had to have a victory to give themselves a realistic shot to be in the playoffs, and the Southsiders win it 38-36. Some other scores from across central Iowa. Des Moines Roosevelt keeps their playoff hopes alive as they win it against a good Sioux City East team, 47-26. The offense played at a high level in that one. Urbandale keeps doing it with that defense. Sam Anderson's squad continues to play great D. 35-0 victory against Waukee in that matchup. A couple other scores from you from around Central Iowa. It was Johnston had a lead against undefeated Cedar Rapids Kennedy in that football game into the second half, but Kennedy comes back in the second half and wins it over the Dragons 24-10. A Tummo winner over Des Moines North 36-28, the final in that one. That's a look around Class 5A, what we saw last week. Coming up next, we're going to look forward, get ready for Week 9 of the regular season. We'll get you some of the big matchups that we'll be keeping our eye on. Also, what we have for you coming up today here on CISN TV and Prep Preview, we'll take a look at the matchups and hear from the coaches of your game coming up this evening. A couple of good ones with playoff implications on the line coming up tonight here on CISN TV. In Ankeny, it'll be Des Moines Lincoln with a chance again. They will absolutely solidify themselves with a victory tonight if they can find a way to upset the Ankeny Hawks. And then Des Moines Roosevelt against Valley, the other matchup we have for you on CISN TV. Playoffs right around the corner in the big school classes. They start tonight in the small classes. It all gets next with Conversation with the Coach, brought to you by Elite Eye Care when we continue on Prep Preview here on CISN TV.
We are ready. We've waited for this one for a long time. The anticipation, the excitement, the intensity. The teams are on the field looking to build on last week's success.
Construction doesn't need a play-by-play call, but it does need a team. Like the team at Graphite Construction Group. From concept to planning to building completion, our team is with you every step of the way. We've been building all over Iowa. Schools, offices, stadiums, critical services, and more. Talk with us. Tell us your vision, and you'll see and feel the difference of having the Graphite team with you every step, brick by brick, beam by beam, and play by play.
And the beam is up.
Mitch, this isn't a field goal.
You mean like it's a touchdown? Graphite Construction Group.
Graphite Construction Group. We build it better.
So Russ, what do you do in the off-season?
Mitch, we don't have an off-season.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
If you plan to buy a franchise business or you're thinking of starting a new franchise, there's a lawyer right here in Central Iowa that can help you through the process. Rush Niggett of Brick Gentry Law PC has set up an affordable service to help individuals considering buying or starting a franchise business. Learn more online at rushonbusiness.com. Let Rush Niggett help you buy or start your franchise. Rush Niggett, the franchise lawyer with Brick Gentry Law PC. It's good to have Rush on your side. Prep Preview continues here on CISN TV. Trent Condon with you as we go to Paul Yeager, his conversation with the coach, Rick Nelson, the head man for the Ankeny Hawks. Ankeny and Des Moines Lincoln coming your way tonight on CISN TV. Conversation with the coach presented by Elite Eye Care.
Here on the pregame show, head coach Rick Nelson of the Ankeny Hawks. Last week, first half, one of your coordinators told me one of your best halves all season. Do you agree?
I'd say it's the best half of football that we've played since I've been here, 7 years.
What was the reason for that?
Kids were focused, they were ready to play. We had a good week of preparation, and I just think we just kind of gelled. You know, we got the short field, and Kadolf, that's the best I've seen him run. He had to run the first quarter that was really, I think he made 4 guys miss, seriously. So, and our defense played well. We were, you know, they've been in every game with every team, and they lost some games, close games early in the season, then they won 4. So we were, I think our kids were really ready to play. And if we play like that, we'll be a very hard football team to beat.
I've been thinking about a Colin Kadolf question this week, because knowing what he did last week. I remember as a sophomore, it was, who is this guy? And walk me through some of his development. Where does that come from?
Well, he's always been an explosive young man. I mean, he can really jump, which that's how you can determine who's explosive and who isn't. Standing broad jump, he can probably come close to 11 feet, which is pretty elite. He's got over 40-inch vertical, which is elite. And he's a pretty strong kid. And he has pretty good balance where he can keep his shoulders square down the field and make some cuts that not a lot of kids can do. I mean, he's just a special young man. He's, knock on wood, he's been a little banged up, but he's been able to play every week. So we really are lucky that we have him.
And I believe I heard him say, all credit to my offensive line. How's the line developed, progressed this year?
We have a good group of kids. We have some kids that we're trying to bring along. We don't have a lot of depth. I mean, we have a lot of kids out. We just have some kids that are still just struggling with concepts of what we're doing. But I'm very pleased with the starting 5-6 young men that have played. They've done exceptional.
Your offense gets a lot of credit, but the defense really seemed to play well on Friday night. What is it about this defensive unit, the ball hawking group? What do you like about them?
They've been pretty good the last couple of years. So I think, it starts up front with the front seven. Other than really the Valley game, where we just had a lot of mental errors and we had a lot of missed tackles that game. The Centennial game, we played right into Centennial's hands, or that type of offense. Anyone that runs the wing tee, if you can get them behind, they're in trouble. Well, we couldn't. So, they just kept making first downs. And so I don't blame anything on the defense at all. I thought they played extremely well. If you can hold somebody to 21 points, we should win every game. So,
you're playing a wing tee team tonight. What are you looking at? It's a little different than the Centennial offense, but it's a lot of the same concepts.
Yeah, they have a couple real nice backs. I think they're leading the state in 5A rushing. So against Valley, I think it was 14-14. They just popped big runs the first. So it'll take a little bit for the kids to get used to it, the speed of it. Once they do, I think we'll settle in nicely.
This is a team that doesn't throw the ball as much, but that's always sometimes when somebody doesn't do something, that's when they try to counter you. Are you concerned about that?
Well, yeah, anytime you play a running team and they throw play action pass, you worry that, everyone's now playing the run. And I don't know if you watched the App State game with Coastal Carolina, but both teams were getting play action pass to death. So, and they're college kids. Our kids are high school kids. So, yeah, I'm sure they'll hit some play action pass, and we just got to keep consistent and try to stay ahead of the change with the single wing tee. Don't let them get second and 4, because then it's in their favor.
Which is what you'd like to do offensively. You're trying to keep them that way. Get your team that way. What else do you see as keys tonight?
Well, the kicking game's always keys. I mean, we fumbled a couple punts before, so we just got to be solid in the kicking game. And I think our kids will be ready to play. We had a real good week of preparation with the kids. Our younger group doesn't have a game this week. I guess Lincoln doesn't have a sophomore JV team, so we had everybody out there practicing together, and I'm looking forward to Friday.
All right. Coach Rick Nelson of the Ankeny Hawks pregame show continues after this.
For all of your and your family's eye care needs, make it Elite Eye Care. Dr. Ethan Heisman, Dr. Heidi Bell, and Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky provide expert eye care close to home. From eye exams to contact lenses, eyeglasses to sunglasses, make Elite Eye Care your local optometrist. Set up your next eye care appointment with Elite Eye Care, 9250 University Avenue in West Des Moines, and online at eyedoctordesmoines.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Guys, are you looking for an excuse to watch football all weekend long? Then schedule your vasectomy with the Urology Center of Iowa. The Urology Center of Iowa offers nitrous during your vasectomy, cutting-edge technology to help you relax during your procedure. Make the call to 515-400-3550. That's 400-3550 or online at iowauro.com. Vasectomies with the Urology Center of Iowa. And tell them you heard it on KXNO.
Our team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Back here on the pregame show, Coach O.J. Sinclair, the Lincoln Rail Splitters coach. Playoff atmosphere tonight. What are you telling your team this week about the opportunity that's in front of them?
Obviously it's a big challenge. We talk about that. We're not naive. We understand how good of a team Ankeny is, but it's win or go home essentially. So it's not a secret to our football team, and we just want to play as well as we can play and see how it goes, I guess.
I saw an interview with a couple of your guys last night or earlier this week, and they're super focused on the task at hand. That's really, as a coach, knowing going into that last game, you got to feel good when your guys understand what's happening.
Yeah, I think the energy's good, and I think all year we've talked about it's about us, right? Like, how good can we play? And I think our kids also know that we haven't played a good 4 quarters of football. So we know we have to play well. We understand, we're banged up. But I mean, it is what it is. It's basically a playoff game for us, and our kids are embracing that challenge. And I think they got a little chip on their shoulder a little bit. So we're going to put 11 dudes out there and see if we can pull an upset.
What are the 11 dudes? Give me a couple of guys that of these 11 on. Let's start offense. We know Josh Jenkins can run the ball well. What's he bring to your team?
He's a big play back. I mean, I think he runs hard. I think he blocks well in our system. He's been around. He's bought in. I think everybody looks at him as a leader. Obviously, he's a good running back as well. He can catch the ball out of the backfield when we do throw. But our run game's more about, deception, and starts with our fullback as well. Deshaun Coleman, he'll be out for this game, but we'll put another fullback in and probably Juan Rivas, let him tote the rock a little bit. And then Aiden Lovon's our other half, and we run counters with him, and he's kind of more of like a little scat back type deal. So it'll be running back by committee for sure.
But that's the way your stats look. I mean, you've been running a lot of guys all year. So really it sounds like next guy in.
Yeah, nothing really changes. Obviously, we know we're going to have to throw the football a little bit. I think we ran quarterback sneak 9 times for 70 yards against Ames. That probably is not going to work against Ankeny. But yeah, we'll run our offense, and hopefully we can play action. Ankeny's super aggressive. They'll probably run a 52 or a 53, and their linebackers come downhill. And like every other team, they're going to try to force us to throw, and hopefully we can execute.
You mentioned earlier this week the guards pull a lot. They move a lot. Talk about your offensive line strength in those guards.
Yeah, like I told you, I think they're starting to buy in a little bit to this system. Our tackles are bigger, and they typically block down, so our guards can get out and pull, whether it's on trap or buck sweep or whatever. And our guards are small. I think one of them's, a buck 80 and one of them's a $195, but they get out and they'll whack you a little bit. And then our tight end, is about a $170, and he just does what he's asked to do. So our O-line has really come along. We're not big, but I think we get off the football. I think typically they understand the rules. So any front that we get, I think we know how to run our offense. And like I said earlier, we're not going to change a bunch of things going in this game. We understand the challenge, but we're not going to change who we are, and just hopefully we can execute.
Defensively, what do you have to do, and who needs to step up for you tonight?
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, the thing that scares me most about Ankeny is that they just don't have one way they could beat you. Obviously, Kadolf is really, really good. J.J. Cole's really good. The line's good. The outside receivers, they run those dang slot fades, and it's a tough deal. We need to be aggressive. We need to take chances. We can't just sit back and expect things to happen. We're going to have to make plays and hopefully turn them over a little bit, hopefully block a punt. We're not going to be able to just stop them. We just have to hopefully get a few stops on defense and then get it back to our offense. The other piece that we always talk about every week is complementary football. So our best defense is probably our offense. If we can convert and keep the football for a long time, that'll be our best bet as well.
Sustained drives on a cold night. That's November football. That's playoff football talk there.
Yeah, it feels good this morning. It's a little chilly. It feels really good. And I think our kids are excited. I think our staff's excited in our community just because we're playing a relevant football game in the middle of October for the first time in a while. And again, we're not naive. I think we're just embracing it. Hopefully we have fun. And the biggest thing I tell our guys, we're going to have to respond to adversity. At some point, Ankeny's going to hit a big play. It could be first play, whatever that is, we have to be able to respond. And I just hope our kids play hard and again, just see how it goes.
You mentioned your corners can put a hat on a guy. Let's discuss up front then, defensive line, linebackers. Who stands out?
Yeah, so Juan Rivas had a big game last week. We kind of switched to a 4-man front against Ames. They're a big passing team, but we knew we needed to stop the run first. And Juan was in the middle at linebacker and had a heck of a game. Really physical. I think at one point probably knocked their running back out of the game. So that was good. So him and Miles Ludwood will be in the middle. They're bigger for us, probably not big for Ankeny as far as inside backers, but they'll be good. And, we're young at defensive end spots. So hopefully those Jamal West and Robert Stonehawker inside. We're without Joe Bartley, who's typically a defensive tackle for us. He's out this week. So we're putting big Q-Lang Lockey in there. I think he's 380 pounds. Before camp started, he was 425, if you can believe that. So yeah, we're just going to try to plug the run and be aggressive on the outside and basically stop Kadolf in their run game and hopefully make him pass happy, I guess.
Is a coach ever happy with 4 quarters of football? I've yet to hear one say his team's played 4 quarters of football. Good. I like that.
I've yet to be happy after a game. It's crazy, even on the win. So, but no, I think that's what every coach wants. I see the potential. I think our team's developing or whatever. And I just want us to maximize our potential, basically. And that's what we talk about. We talk about us all the time. I'm sure Coach Nelson's saying the same thing, but you can sleep at night if you know you came out and you played your best football. So that's what we're trying to do.
O.J. Sinclair, head coach, Des Moines Lincoln. Coach, thank you so much. Have fun tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. The pregame show continues after this. You're watching CISN.TV.
For all of your and your family's eye care needs, make it Elite Eye Care. Dr. Ethan Heisman, Dr. Heidi Bell, and Dr. Kelsey Sawatsky provide expert eye care close to home. From eye exams to contact lenses, eyeglasses to sunglasses, make Elite Eye Care your local optometrist. Set up your next eye care appointment with Elite Eye Care, 9250 University Avenue in West Des Moines, and online at eyedoctordesmoines.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
Welcome back once again. Prep Preview continues on CISN TV. I'm Trent Condon here with you as we get ready for Week 9 of the regular season in Class 5A. Playoffs also start tonight in the small school classes. We'll get into that here just a little bit. We got 2 games for you coming up tonight on CISN TV. Myself and the incomparable Dar Danielson will have the call. It is the Valley Tigers welcome in the Rough Riders from Des Moines Roosevelt. Roosevelt comes in with a 5-3 record. The Tigers 6-2. Both teams looking to get into the playoffs. Rough Riders would punch their ticket with a victory here tonight. Valley has a chance not just to host a game, but maybe get one of the top seeds if they get the victory tonight against the Rough Riders. Talked about the running game for Valley earlier in the program here today. And you got to figure that's where they're going to start. Get back to their basics, the bread and butter, that two-headed running back that they have. Very impressive what they've been able to do on the ground, and also really the development of the Valley offensive line has come a long ways from the beginning of the season to where they are today. They've given Mason Morrow a whole lot of time to be able to go out there and make plays at the quarterback position. Valley feels like offensively really trending in a positive direction. The question still remains, though, what's happening defensively? And that's where Des Moines Roosevelt, they want to get this one into a track meet. They want to get up and down the field. They want to get Jamison Patton, their great quarterback, out on the edges. Let him use his elite athleticism that he has. Get outside, roll the pocket out. And talking to Coach Barnett earlier here, he mentioned that he has got so much better with those throws on the run. That's something that is a big impactful play for an athletic quarterback like Patton is, and that's what they're going to try to do. Move that pocket around, get some plays up the field, and try to find that defensive backfield, see if they can find some soft spots in the Valley D. In our other matchup tonight, another team trying to fight for their playoff lives. It's the Rail Splitters from Des Moines Lincoln. They make the trek up to Ankeny to take on the Hawks. Now, Coach OJ has done a great job with Lincoln, getting them in this spot, giving them an opportunity to get into the playoffs. And it's kind of that old school mentality that you're thinking of when you think of Des Moines Lincoln football. It's running the football. It's a lot of different guys that'll touch it. It's motion. It's eye candy, those kind of things. And remember, go back to week 2 when Ankeny Centennial upset Ankeny. They did it with a great defensive effort, yes, but also big offensive plays in a very similar type of running game that you're going to see out at Des Moines Lincoln tonight. The question remains for them, can the Rail Splitters, both offensively and defensively up front, hold up against Ankeny? After Ankeny lost that game a couple of weeks ago against Valley, they have really tightened up in a big way. That defense has gone to another level, returned 8 starters from a year ago in the state championship team, and they're out looking for a revenge tour here late in the season as they get ready for the playoffs. We'll have that one for you. Paul Yeager and the crew tonight, as it'll be Ankeny in their matchup against Des Moines Lincoln. Catch both those games here on CISN TV. Finally mentioned also the RPI. Let's take one final look at it. Wait till tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. That's when they'll release the playoff pairings and the final RPI. You'll get a look at it here. Here's our final look at the Week 8 playoff standings. Southeast Polk, the number 1 team. They check in with that 7-1 record. Undefeated Cedar Rapids Kennedy, down last week against Johnston, came back and made it 8 in a row as they come in at number 2. The Valley Tigers fall to 3 after being number 1 last week after their loss to Dowling. Cedar Rapids Prairie 4, Linn-Mar 5. There's Urbandale at 7-1. They are number 6. Ankeny at 7, followed by Pleasant Valley, Iowa City, City High, and the Dowling Catholic Maroons, now up to number 10 in the latest rankings. Cedar Falls is number 11. Dubuque Senior is your number 12 team. Waukee Northwest at 13, followed by Des Moines Roosevelt, Des Moines Lincoln, and the final team in is Bettendorf. We talked about Ames with an opportunity to get in. Davenport North plays Bettendorf. Ankeny Centennial at number 19. They're going to need some help, along with Dubuque Hempstead. And there's Johnston at number 21. Final look at the RPI numbers as we get ready for kickoff of your game Coming up next here on CISN TV, Paul Yeager and the crew getting ready for the Hawks tonight as they welcome in Des Moines Lincoln. CISN TV, we got the call for you, and it's coming your way next. Thanks for joining us for Prep Preview on CISN TV, presented by Fairway.
It is a playoff atmosphere here at Ankeny Stadium. It's time for high school football on this week 9 of the season. It's the Ankeny Hawks hosting the Des Moines Lincoln Rail Splitters. The Rails, they're 5-3, looking to get into the playoffs. The Hawks, they've already got a spot at 7-2, but it's about seeding and it's about playing for meaningful games in late October and early November. Along with Tim Halber, I'm Paul Yeager. Jeff Brooks will be along with you in just a couple of minutes. Tim, it is a gorgeous night for football from the sense of it is cool. The pads are going to crack loud, but we have ourselves a great atmosphere for high school football tonight. It's basically the playoffs.
It is. It feels very much like the playoffs tonight, because really it's a play-in game. Ankeny, like you said, Ankeny's already guaranteed a spot to get in. Lincoln is playing for something quite valuable here in Week 9 because if they win, they're in. They're ranked number 15 in the RPI. Lose, then you have to kind of see how the math works out, but definitely they have quite a bit to play for tonight.
It is a game that features some incredible statistics when you look at rushing TDs. Josh Jenkins for Lincoln, 17. Colin Cadall, 15. There's nobody better in Class 5A than these two guys, and we're going to see them face-to-face. Last week, Colin Cadall, Tim, we just kept hitting refresh, and Colin Cadall scored another touchdown. Josh Jenkins kind of the same way.
Yes, we're looking at quite a bit of the state playoff, the state rushing leaders are right here. What do you think the odds are tonight that we're going to see a rushing touchdown from both of them in the same game? Well,
I think we're going to hear a lot of running the ball. Lincoln's not necessarily known for throwing the football. On the season, 29-71 for 406 yards. They've yet to throw a touchdown pass as the Ankeny Hawks come onto the field tonight in their yellow tops and yellow bottoms. I believe they call that victory gold is how they refer to it. Whereas rushing the football, Lincoln's rushed the ball 340 times, 2,646 yards. They've scored 36 touchdowns on the ground.
Leading 5A, they're the top rushing team in 5A, so definitely we're going to see it tonight. It works well for their offense. They run a little bit of that wing T, something similar to what Satunya runs. Wing T, we're going to see a lot of Jackson out there. Fullback leads the offense, pulling offense. Their tight end basically is a third tackle in that offensive line, so they really look at having a 6 offensive lineman out there. So look for a heavy rush out there. Like I said, the tight end has 0 receptions this year, as we said earlier in the press before the game. He may catch a pass tonight just to surprise us.
I think that's one of those things when a coach tells you something that we haven't even thrown to him. I think they're going to throw to him tonight. Xander Kehoe is the quarterback. Juan Rivas is going to get the start along with Josh Jenkins. We're going to see the wing T tonight, Tim. So this is one of those games where we really have to keep an eye on the ball, and that's something as an Ankeny defense, they have to not peek into the backfield and know their assignment football. It's like playing Centennial.
Yeah, you have to know your lane assignments very well. They pull their guards out there. They like to get the guards outside. So the key tonight for the defense is that can the ends contain everything on the inside, not let the guards get out there, create that running lane, keep it inside, let those athletic linebackers come in and make the play, and keep them behind the chains.
Lincoln has won the toss. They will defend the north end zone, and I got my information from our sideline reporter, Mr. Jeff Brooks, and Jeff is down on the sideline all night tonight. Jeff, what do you see right now temperature-wise? 45 degrees. We're headed to 43. The wind has died down at 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, it is a gorgeous night down here, as you guys talked about earlier. It's the only worry is really that light rain. We had rain here. I don't think many parts of the metro did, but we had rain here. The field is slippery, and the umpires are talking about making sure the ball's dry. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, Jeff Brooks down on our sideline tonight, and you see the normal we'll call it moisture look. It always looks like it's reflecting here, no matter if it's dry or not. But we'll see how this turf lines up. And as the Rail Splitters get ready to kick it off, they are going to, or it'll be Ankeny kicking it off to the Rail Splitters. Josh Jenkins and Trent Brown will go deep for Lincoln, who are in their road white uniforms, gold helmets, and the maroon pants. The Hawks tonight in their gold tops and bottoms, maroon numbers trimmed in white. Tonight's contest here on CISN.TV is glad to have you with us, and we have a fun night of football in store, and we know many of you are watching us around the state and around the world here on the World Wide Web on CISN.TV. It's 7 o'clock. We have the whistle with this crew of Brian Gibson, Matt Stiles, Zach Bremer, John Bergman, and Scott Tryon. Ball's teed up. Max Pelham will stand back at his own 33-yard line, and the ball is teed up, and we are underway. High end-over-end kick is going to be taken at the 10. Fumble for a moment. Slip going down and then going nowhere else is Anthony Crowder. And it'll be a tough spot. A long field position. That ball's up at the 10-yard line, and that is where the Rail Splitters will start. Xander Kehoe is the quarterback. Josh Jenkins, Juan Rivas, Aiden Lovan, Kaysen Carney-Hahn, and Caden Arndt in the skill positions up front. It's Israel Onan, Michael McGriff, Dante Trinidad getting the start tonight, Dambari Ainine, Caden Ellsbury, and Connor Julius. They go second man through. Nice move into the front and up across the 30 to the 35-yard line. Josh Jenkins, what a burst of speed there, Tim. He picked up 35 yards, or 25 yards on that opening play.
Two key blocks there. It looks like Rivas is the fullback getting out there, kick out. Number 63, Ellsbury, came out there, kicked out the end, creating that lane on the inside. An old Vince Lombardi play, run to daylight, run inside the corner and the defensive end.
Ball at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. And then it is a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Loss on the play.
Webb Tate in there, getting on the, look at the fullback. Players will have their keys, the linebackers coming in, they're getting used to the speed and the size. It's a pretty good size offensive line for the Rail Splitters coming out there. They got big tackles and the tight end out there, so they're going to get a pretty good push, from the plus of a good sized fullback running up the hole.
Gain of 2 on the play. I need to stop focusing on some other things and actually watch the game in front of me, Tim. That's discussing that as Kehoe comes to the line. Offset backs behind him. They go handoff left side. That's Aiden Lovan, and he's up across the 40.
Good job there on the right side defensive line. Watching your lanes, keeping him contained, not letting him bounce out, inside, outside. Really relying on your outside linebackers, your end to chew up a lot of the blocks to let the linebackers and the defensive backs come up.
Crandall on the tackle for Ankeny. 3rd down and about 4.
Normally a passing down for most offenses.
Kehoe under center. Handoff up the middle to the fullback, and he is stuffed. 3 and 10. That's Penningroth and Simonson there first.
Yeah, Eaton on the bottom of the pile. He's used to being down there, getting on there. Got his legs wrapped up on the fullback. He had nowhere to go, stopping it there. So after adjustment, getting used to the speed, good defensive stop there. And the key for the Lincoln is to get some kind of drive there and not give Ankeny a short field. So getting that first down was critical to getting up over the 40.
Jaden Sokchit to kick. He runs over to the right side. Punting it away is Evante McGee. And fair catch called for and taken at the 25-yard line is Maddox Ward. And that is where the Hawk offense will go to work. First offensive possession for Ankeny starts at their own 25-yard line. So if my math is correct, Tim, 75 yards to go. Last week it was a lot of running the ball. Do you expect to see that tonight?
I do. I think there's, going to see what Kadolf could get up there in the middle. I'm curious to see how the defense lines up here because the coach had talked about stuffing the box, but if you're looking at a single safety, that slant route becomes open. You get a lot of one-on-ones.
Booth in motion from Cole's left to right. Handoff, Kadolf, right side, fumbles the football. He gets it back, and he gains 4 yards. But he got popped, and that ball came out. It is a little harder to hold a cold football, but if you want to get to play in the Unidome, you got to hold on to the football in cold weather.
You know, it's that first series jitters. I think you just kind of get you're up there, you're amped up for the game. Sometimes you get hit a few times, settle down there, and let the game settle in and get used to it.
Ball at the 30-yard line, 2nd and 5. Kadolf is going to be whistled for jumping off, and so what 5 yards he gained, he's now cost his team there on that penalty. It'll go back 5.
Trips out here to the left. Looked like they were with the backfield. We'd probably look at something kind of a short out. Trying to see, coaches up here also want to run a few plays, see how they're matching up with different kind of formations to see if that's a future pass play.
2nd and 10, trips to the right. Passing situation. Cole to air it out. Throws it across the middle. Caught at the 45. Brady McCullough. McCullough turns on the Jets down the near sideline. 10-5. Touchdown! Brady McCullough on a touchdown pass of 75 yards. Hawks strike first.
Nice patience there by J.J. Cole going up. Got there, he got a single coverage there in front of the safety, behind the linebackers in front of the safety, was wide open, he took it, and then that was athleticism. He caught it around the 45-yard line. I think it was a 55-yard run by McCullough.
That stat of yards after catch, huge for McCullough. We haven't seen a breakout like that from him this season. I know that was the big expectation coming into this year, was how good can he be? A lot of teams focused on him. There was a little early miscommunication trying to get receiver and quarterback in sync, but right there it looked like perfection. Now Lincoln does have a player down at the 15-yard line, and being attended to on this near side is Miles Ludgood, and they need Miles. He is their inside linebacker. He is one of their run stuffers. 34.5 tackles coming into the season, and he is down outside, and they're looking at that left ankle. And since he is on the wrong side of the field, they're going to have to wait until he's able to get across.
Able to get up on his own power, but it looks like his left ankle might have got twisted there.
Well, he is not putting any weight on that left ankle. It looks like it's hurt. So he'll make his way to the sideline. So the Hawks score first on a 75-yard touchdown score from Cole to McCullough. And good thing it's flannel night here at the ballpark, Tim. I mean, you got everybody dressed in. They have something to cheer about early from the Hawks side. 8:34 to go. Setting up is Colin Kadolf to kick the extra point. Out of the holder of Austin Bailey. Ryan Mayer snap. Called for. Pelham kicks it in and good. 7-0 Ankeny at 8:34.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
The Hawks go 3 plays, 75 yards, and it ends in a touchdown. They had a run,
which was really a fumble, then a penalty, and then it was a 75-yard touchdown strike. Didn't take much time off the clock. The Hawks huddle, and now they watch Pelham's short kick. It's going to be taken at about the 15-yard line by Lincoln. Nice move there. And up to about the 30-yard line. Let's check in Jeff Brooks. He's down on the sideline. Jeff, you barely had time to get in position for that pass play.
Yeah, I knew where it was coming to, though, so I was in good shape. Hey, on the Lincoln side, I think they need to stick to what they're good at, the running game, and that they look pretty confident over here on the sideline. Coach is he's a positive guy, I can tell, so let's see what they do this time.
O.J. Sinclair in his second season, he said, hey, Tim, I know who you guys are. I watched CISN games last year when we didn't have a season. Kind of a tough situation there for Des Moines schools to miss some of that development, but here they are getting a chance to play, and Lincoln has a chance into the playoffs. They go sweep to the near side, and is really nowhere to go for running, as Jenkins there loses 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, way to stay home there on the outside. Looks like Nate Nessa there forcing the running back to stop and take his cut in the inside, then the pursuit caught up to him. So that's a great way of, it's good defensive coaching, keeping your lanes, knowing your assignments. Don't overread the running back or the fake.
2nd and 13 to pass. Out of the backfield, no. Jenkins was not quite turned around. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, the passing game tends to go to either Jenkins. They talked about Lovan may be also in the receivers. So they use their running backs to catch the ball, setting up the run using the play-action fake, but well defended there. So now, not what the Rail Splitters want is having a 3rd and long against this aggressive Ankeny defense.
It is hard when you're running the football to get 13 yards, but let's see what Lincoln can do. Kehoe comes to the line, sends a man in motion. He's going to roll out to the far side, set his feet, throw it downfield. He's got a man, but it's tipped and nearly intercepted by Will Cornwell. Arndt was the intended receiver, just thrown a little bit behind him, but that would have been a huge play if it would have been complete.
Yeah, Cornwell and Crandall back there sandwiching the wide out, so just a little bit underthrown. Cornwell got a hand on it. I thought he was going to pull down the pick, but basically it would have been a punt. The ball would have been down around the 45, so now they force him into a punting situation.
To punt again is McGee. He rolls out to the right side. Short kick, pretty much straight up into the air. I don't think Ankeny saw it. Running Antonio Wilson wasn't 100% sure where it was on that punt coverage. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Looks like they're going to mark it out at the 39-yard line, so a short field for Ankeny.
The one thing I mentioned earlier, you don't want to give this Ankeny offense, who just found a little bit of tempo there the last series, give them a short field, 39 yards to go to the end zone. They may want to get their running game going, and then Cole is feeling more comfortable in this offense the longer he plays in it. Realize this is his first year in this offense at the school, so he's being more comfortable now directing how the passing game and picking up the reads against the defense.
And it's something, the 7-on-7 practice is different than the 11-on-11 tackle football, as Kadolf gets the handoff. He breaks one tackle, cuts it way through, breaks 2 more, and takes a couple of rail splitters down to the 25-yard line there as he picks up 14 on the play for Kadolf.
Yeah, good eyes there. He keeps his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage. Picking up there where he looked like he was going to have a 4-yard gain, turns it into more of a 14-yard gain. So he's got some a good balance there. Almost broke it to the end zone.
I was talking to Coach Nelson in the pregame show about Kadolf, and I says, we've talked about this guy since he was a sophomore. I mean, how has he developed? And just talked about his strength and drive, and he really just seems like he wants the football now. And last week, from what I was told by people who were at that game, he really set a tone.
He did. He's a tremendous athlete. Coach is talking, since you're at home, if you want to get out of your chair or where you listen to the game, try a standing broad jump. And he could do a standing broad jump from a standstill over 11 feet. And that's tremendous balance and athletic ability. So that's where his balance, his drive, he's a tough one to bring down. So having a tremendous athlete like that with the work ethic and then a drive to really want to be a good running back makes him very valuable to this offense. So he's going to do well at the next level.
Going off with the injury is number 5, and we think that's Anthony Crowder. They had listed Crowder as both 3 or 5, and Crowder was the guy who would have been on the field. So he'll make his way. That's the second Lincoln player that has had to walk from the short side to the far side. 7:24 clock starts, and the Hawks come with it. 1st and 10 from their own, or from the Lincoln 25-yard line. Kadolf to the left to Cole. Now in motion goes Kadolf left to right, as does Carson Booth. They hand it off. Play action. They caught in mid-stride. Brady McCullough, and then he's upended. Tackle made by Lincoln's Diego Vela.
Yeah, heavy blitz there. They're bringing 3 linebackers, so basically putting 8 people in the box. You got a single safety right in the middle there. Instead of having 2 safeties, have 1. That's going to leave quite a bit open. So good read by Cole there to take the open receiver on the single coverage.
Ball at the 13-yard line. And we're going to have a whistle. I think Lincoln was offside.
Offside. Lincoln, 5-yard penalty. Down remains first and 5.
They have 33. James Lamar is in there for Lundgood, who went to the sideline with the ankle injury. So he's coming in as that other middle linebacker next to Rivas.
McCullough goes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm missing one. Going in motion is Ryan Crandall now. Into the slot position. 2 receivers to the right. Cole looks to the right. Throws towards Crandall in the back of the end zone. Too far of a leading pass. Incomplete. Lucky boy Capon was on coverage there. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice route there. Got another single coverage. Crandall he was open. It's a hard one to drop that in the bucket there from that position.
Crandall's the guy we didn't see in the opening week. Week 2, 3, and 4, he started to say, hey, I can play some offense, and that made a huge difference. It kind of freed up this offense. Crandall in there now. Kadolf handoff, cuts left, now right, puts his head down, doesn't even get touched, into the end zone. Touchdown.
Nice job taking to the line, cut to the right, cut back to the left, take it inside, then you weren't going to stop him. So nice heads-up run by Kadolf.
8-yard touchdown run for Colin Kadolf. It's now 13-0 Ankeny, pending the extra point.
It has been 7 days since he had a rushing touchdown. So.
Minnesota State, I believe, is where he is verbally committed, and there's been, we can talk about that after this extra point and after the break as Pelham comes on for the kick, gets it up and through the uprights. 14-0 Ankeny leads at 6:23. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
Holtz Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee has over 300 pre-owned vehicles with 50 under 25 grand. Des Moines area, you've never seen this before. Text value to 515-212-7952 and get your vehicle's instant value by text. Or go to WaukeeChevy.com and click on Text My Trade-In Value. Chevy Cruze, $199 a month. Silverado, $1,500, $349 per month.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ankeny Hawks score on an 8-yard touchdown run. Colin Kadolf, his first of the night. Big week last week. Hawks up 14-0, 6:23. Waukee Northwest leads Urbandale 7-0 in the first. Short kick again taken at the 20. by Lincoln up to about the 27-yard line before. One of the last guys off is Connor Kaiser on kickoff coverage. Get him a helmet sticker. All right, let's go down to Jeff Brooks down on our sideline for this update. Jeff?
Yeah, it was a really good short field. Good offensive series there for Ankeny. They seem like the pass is setting up the run setting up the pass. We talk about that all year long. That's what works. Lincoln, I hate to say it, they really need to get something going here.
Rolling out to pass is Kehoe, and it's nearly picked off. Ryan Crandall was there, as was Tandem Webb Tate, incomplete. Kehoe has thrown 4 interceptions on the season.
Yeah, they're covering it quite well because their passing game is short. If they're going to go to the running back so much that so you don't really see anything deep over the middle. They did have that one attempt earlier on. So good tight coverage by Ankeny.
Swing pass out, and it was forward by Kehoe. He was trying to get to Josh Jenkins. Lincoln on the season, they opened the year at Sioux City West with a 68-6 win, lost to Norwalk, beat East, lost to Carlisle, beat Des Moines North and Marshalltown, lost to Valley 49-20. And then last week beat Ames 38-36 in a game I think we were watching quite heavily.
Yes, that was going back and forth.
Kehoe to throw. It's caught, and near a first down is Caden Arndt, the wide receiver, his 9th catch on the season. And they're going to move the chains as they're going to say the ball got to the 40-yard line. First down, pick up a 12.
I would not have guessed that Lincoln would have gone in 3 straight passes coming out here, but they moved the ball and got a first down. They need to get to flip the field to get past the 50 here, so let's see if they go back to the running game and then create some space out there so it keeps the linebackers at home.
Jenkins, the only back in the backfield behind Kehoe. Sends a man in motion. Jenkins gets the call left tackle, and then he has stood up at the defensive line. There are about 4 gold jerseys. Sean Gavin in there. Penningroth. Diego Jackson and Braden Simonson. As another...
looks like McGriff is down there guard.
And he's been one of those guys that, Coach Sinclair said, hey, my guards do a lot of pulling. They do a lot of moving. They are really who I need this offense. And it's the old wing tee figuring out who's got the ball. Watch the guards, right?
Yeah, and usually it's the backside guard that's taking it. It's the one on, if you're running to the left, it would be the right guard pulling and going out there and creating some, kicking a linebacker or a DB out of the way and creating a lane.
Jenkins up the middle, hit first, spins out of it, still on his feet. He's got a couple of blockers. Still churning across midfield to the 45-yard line. What a run, Josh Jenkins. He says, you know what? Fine, I'll do it.
That's a tough run because Webb Tate came in there, put a lick on him, shrugged him off and went upfield and picked up another 10 yards. So it's a very, very tough run by Josh Jenkins. I can see why he's one of the leading rushers here in the state.
Yeah, you can play a lot of games maybe against opponents that don't defend well, but you still have to be able to run the football, and Jenkins showed right there that he could. Jenkins again, now off the right side, and gets a couple of yards.
Josh Jenkins carrying for Lincoln.
Penningroth there, same as Nate Nessa.
Nate Nessa. 8 of 2, second and 8.
Looks like the Lincoln offense has got a little more rhythm to it this last series after they got that first down and get some runs in there. Lyman love a good running back like that. They get a little warmed up, get their blocking schemes down. They get used to the speed and size of the defensive line and what their gap assignments are going to be.
Now they go the big fullback up the middle, Juan Rivas, and he gets a tough couple of yards.
Pulling double duty there, Rivas, he also plays those middle linebackers in their defense, so he's one of those true two-way players.
Diego Jackson.
That dude's got some size to his upper body if you look at him in the glasses. Wow.
He's a linebacker who likes to carry the ball.
3rd and 6 from the 41, 3:35 to go first quarter. Kehoe directs traffic in the backfield. Second man is Jenkins, and Sean Gavin was stunting.
Good pressure from the outside. He was playing that left end and went up there. Got past the blockers before they could even get him, and then he got in the backfield and caused a loss there. So critical loss back to the 48-yard line.
Jenkins was thinking that maybe Gavin did a little celebration. I was watching that exchange. Jenkins like, come on, man. And it was Gavin was trying to get up over on that tackle, but the official was right there on it, Brian Gibson and Josh Jenkins. So Lincoln to go for it on 4th down. They need to get to the 35-yard line. Pass, here comes Simonson. He is going to sack Xander Kehoe back on the Ankeny side of the field.
We've seen that before. Simonson in there puts a lot of pressure on. He's really playing a great defensive end here. So putting a ball back there, getting on the other side of the 50 for their Ankeny offense.
And that is on the Lincoln side of the field. Yes, I know my sides there. Sorry, I just got so excited. It has been 52 yards unofficially Lincoln's offense, and it's mostly come via the ground, and they just wiped out a bunch right there on that lost play. So now Ankeny goes to work. 3rd offensive possession. Cole looks, throws near side. He was going for the tight end. Jacob Morfeld.
Jeremiah Kruger.
Oh, Kruger is wearing 85 tonight. Okay.
14, Jason Carney-Hahn.
Just a little bit outside, a little out route there. See if they go back to the run here. They've done that pass on first, go to the run.
Play action caught by McCullough. He shakes one defender off, Capon, but then squirts his way forward for another couple of yards and enough for a 1st down. They'll move the chains.
A lot of success here in between the hash marks. The little quick look-ins. They call it like the skinny post in there. The receivers have found shaking it off and getting open. And Cole does a nice job of delivering the ball on time to his receivers.
Cole gives it to Kadolf. Colin stutter steps right to left and gets up towards the 30. In there for Lincoln is James Lamar.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Good blocking inside by Ethan Thomas. Brian Mayer's in there. Espino. Espino has been playing really good this year.
Trips to the left. Cole looks left. Throws downfield towards the end zone. He's got a wide open McCullough at the end zone. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Ankeny, 36 yards.
Brady McCullough, 36 yards.
He was at the point after number 39, Max Paul.
Got behind the safety. All Cole had to do was lay it up there to his open receiver. So nice read on the quarterback there, taking the fake. He had plenty of time. That offensive line just collapsed there. Cole was untouched to deliver the ball.
Max Pelham to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Ankeny leads 21-0, a minute 48 to play here in the first quarter. This is high school football on CISM.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
This week it's Brady McCullough on the touchdown parade. 2 touchdown catches for Brady McCullough, 1 of 75. And the most recent is 30, 21-0. Ankeny leads a minute 48. Pelham to kick, runs up on it, and again, it's a short kick. Almost the exact same spot, and it's taken at the 20. Still on return up to about the 28-yard line as the return man is Crowder.
Yep, Nate Nessa there on the tackle.
All right, let's go down. Jeff Brooks, check in. What's happening on that sideline, Jeff?
Hey, yeah. So that last drive for Lincoln, that was a lot of good positive things going on, both running and through the air. So look to continue that. They got to flip this field and quit giving Ankeny that short-sided. I mean, that's just too easy for them. So Ankeny's playing well tonight, looking like a good playoff team.
They are amped up, and Lincoln, they were excited about this game. Heard them earlier in the week. As Kehoe to throw the football. Throws it, and it's intercepted at the 45-yard line. I think that's Will Cornwell. That one he fell down on coverage. Came right to him.
Yeah.
One play, INT, Will Cornwell.
Quick turnaround there. That was just kind of underthrew the receiver. You had 2 receivers on the same zone, the same sight line, and that will happen.
Cole and company back out on the field, 45-yard line. Maddox Ward on the top line of the formation. Cole throws it to Colin Kadolf. Kadolf puts on a hit, spins out of another one, and gets near the 20-yard line. Juan Rivas makes the tackle. Gain of 23 yards.
When your running game is working well, that little play-action fake, and then Kadolf goes out there in the right flat, just a simple little toss, and he had quite a bit of room out there. Then he breaks the tackle and gets another 5 to 6 yards.
Nate Nessa comes in as Kadolf goes to the near sideline, and he is hobbling just a tiny little bit to go to the bench for a moment. Nessa playing a lot of defense, but he is a running back as well. Gets the handoff, spins out of one, keeps going, keeps churning, gets his way through, and he's got himself a first down. Nessa gets tackled. Kapan. And if you look at the left sleeve on Nessa's undershirt, it's already ripped, so must have done that on defense, so he doesn't care.
Good inside blocking, Mayer, Espino. I saw, Ethan Thomason there opening up that hole, so big gaps in there.
Nessa gets the call, left side, dives for the left end zone, and gets it on a touchdown run. Nate Nessa from 12 yards out is another touchdown.
They do attempt the point after number 39, Max Collins. Out of the hole with number 19, Austin Bailey.
We're going to inside blocking in there. Even the receivers downfield saw Maddox Ward out there getting a block, holding the cornerback out, giving some room to run in there and score the touchdown.
Kadolf is still getting attention on that near sideline, and that will be something to watch if we see him yet tonight. Pelham's extra point is good. It is now 28-0 Ankeny here on CISN. 35 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Nate Nessa gets in on the touchdown parade. He scores from 12 yards out to cap a short field drive that was set up by a Will Cornwell interception. And Max Pelham tee it up here. He's been kicking it to about the 20. Let's see if he does that again. This time he comes near side, and it's going to sail. Oh, it went out at the 1. So that'll be great field position to start for Lincoln. Trying to work on his kicking game, and Pelham kicked it out of bounds. All right, Jeff Brooks. So field position there. This will be a good starting spot for Lincoln. Let's see what they can do, right, Jeff?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, just real quick on Kadolf. I'm going to run over there and look, but I was standing right where he got hit on the sideline on that run, and that he took a really good shot. The Lincoln players are hitting here tonight. They just got to consistently stop that earlier. So, yeah, good starting field position for Lincoln. Best of the night, I think, for them. So let's see if they can't flip this field, like I said before, maybe stick something in.
On the Colin Kadolf watch, he is down to just football pants. They're looking at that left shoulder, and that's what is taped. And Coach Nelson kind of alluded to that in the pregame show that Colin's been a little bit dinged up. So Kehoe sends Jenkins in motion. Rivas in the backfield. They're going to go Rivas up the middle. Nice, good, hard run. Juan Rivas. Tandem, Webb Tate, Will Cornwell combine on the tackle up at about the 40-yard line. Gain of 5. Actually 6.
Yeah, good two-arm hold on that football like a true fullback. Taking it out there. That's what they need. They need to get this, positive yards like that. Now you got a second and 4, second and manageable, so that's a much easier way to get a first down. So see if they get that running game, get that pace back on there, get that motion in.
That'll end the first quarter. Ankeny 28, Lincoln nothing. Quarter 2 when we return. This is high school football on CISN.
The team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see. Have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west.
Ankeny has 152 yards passing, 59 rushing, total of 211. J.J. Cole, 4 passes for 129 yards. Colin Kadolf, 4 carries, 37 yards rushing, 1 catch, 23 yards. Nessa, 2 for 22. And it has been the Brady McCullough night. He's had a big night receiving the 75-yard score. As Lincoln goes to work to start the first play of the second quarter. They go up the middle. And it's going to be close to a first down, but about a yard short. Rivas takes a couple of Hawks with him. Simonson, and there is an Ankeny player down, and that is Jackson Penningroth. That's the one thing, we asked both coaches about injuries. He says, we're as healthy as we can be for this time of year, and this time of year is always, you got to find out who can go, and you find out attrition, and boy, Penningroth is down on that left side.
He's a mainstay. He's had shoulder problems back in previous years in there, so hopefully it's just something that he's just laying down there, just not wanting to move. But you always hate seeing that, especially this time of year. You want to get momentum, you want to play your starters, but you don't want to overplay them looking for it because you got a second season coming up.
As Penningroth is attended to, we will step away for a quick 30-second break. Ankeny leads 28-0 with 11:47 to play here in the second quarter.
Central Bank is proud to support the unmatched spirit of sportsmanship and hard work exemplified by our local athletes. We're fans of high school sports and the way the big game and hometown team rally a community. Best of luck to all of today's competitors. Play hard, have fun, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
Jackson Penningroth is helped to the near sideline. And they clear the way for him, and we'll see if that's it for Jackson. Short field here, 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneak up the middle, and I think Kehoe has it. And that's one thing Coach Sinclair said earlier in the week. He said, hey, our quarterback ran a lot of quarterback sneaks, and that's... We talked about that, Tim, earlier this season with Cole. Just has to run every once in a while to keep defenses honest if they're keen on Josh Jenkins.
Especially if you see him going wide where you got the gap. If you got your center and 2 guards, look out there, and you only have 2 defenders out there, and you've got 3 blockers, it's a nice wedge up the middle. It's good for a yard. We're seeing a lot of that added to offenses here in the last couple of years.
63 yards of offense, and this is going to be a subtraction play. As Aiden Lovan, as Brock Adamson comes up for Ankeny to make that stop. It'll be 2nd down and 16. Loss of 6 on that play.
Good scouting there because they're finding that fake and going to the kind of the end around there. They really shut that off. So really forcing everything to be run inside the tackles.
Webb Tate, and it looks like Nate Nessa now just in a 2 linebacker look as Ankeny drops to a 5-2 look in the passing situation. Caught by Lincoln up across the 40. It's Caden Arndt. He's up to the 35-yard line. Great pass. Hard to defend the slant.
That's the best pass I've seen Kehoe throw. He's a smart kid. I mean, he says he's a game manager. He's a 4.0. He's very steady. He keeps a good steady head there. So went back there, saw his receiver, and put it out there on the dime. So great way to move the ball. So now they got a couple first downs here. See if they can keep the momentum going.
Arndt a gain of 24 on the play. Before the play, we have a whistle and a penalty flag that's come to the turf.
I don't think the wide receiver wasn't set yet.
And you can see, I think that's Crowder, and he's like, man, I asked if I'm on the line.
Now remains first and 15.
So they'll try again.
See if they keep that same offensive series. 1st and 15, clock towards the 10-minute mark. Kehoe under center. Jenkins right side. He's grabbed from behind and gets maybe a yard. As coming around for that tackle is Ryan Crandall.
Yeah, nice job by Crandall. Coming from the backside. Great pursuit there.
Coming up at halftime, the Marching Hawks band will perform, and we're going to learn about the show and the season that was from director Jennifer Williams. She'll join us. Get a chance to talk about the great year that they've had. Lovan in motion from near to far comes back. Handoff. They go Lovan, makes a little shake and bake move. Gavin kind of piles on the tackle that was already started by Ryan Crandall.
So 3rd and 10, they've had some success in the passing game. I don't think running wide has worked as well there because of the great play by the outside linebackers coming in, the keys that they have. So see if they want to do something, a quick pass up the middle there, if they want to run something a little more of a cross buck with the single back set.
Here comes some heat and finishing them off. That could be one of those tough situations where an injury happens. Simonson was there first. He was coming on the blitz, and Ryan Crandall was right in behind. A loss all the way back to the 45-yard lines. Loss of 10 on that play.
That's twice now that Simonson's gotten in the backfield on a big play on a definite, passing down there. He's beating his man. He's in the backfield. The quarterback has no chance to get set to get a pass off, so it creates, what was on the ball originally on the 36-yard line, puts it back to the 46.
What would have been maybe a go for it on 4th is now a punt situation. High snap, and just going to have to try and run it is McGee, and he's going to get a couple of yards back, and that could have been loss all the way back at the 40. Instead, he gets it up to about the 43-yard line. So not quite flipping the field, but it is on the Ankeny side of the field, Jeff Brooks. What do you think here as the moon is starting to rise behind you? The Ankeny offense goes to work, Jeff.
Yeah, I just got done talking to the Ankeny AD about just playoff scenarios and hosting, and they're excited for this. And, I really want to get Coach Nelson's input on, like you said before, what are the takeaways from this, how, injuries, and what's the risk-reward factor. So we'll see how that goes.
Cole is flushed for one of the rare times this year. He gets it off, somehow finds the receiver at the 40-yard line, and it's a catch made by Maddox Ward.
Ward did a great job. Quarterback's best friend is a receiver that comes back towards the quarterback. He was down there on the 30, had about a 10-yard comeback there. So, and Cole rolled out, looked, threw the ball downfield. No one in front of him, so it was a safe pass play. So that's when a receiver can help your quarterback out quite a bit.
Sean, I got this right? 18-yard pickup? Is that my math? It's math's a work in progress. First down for the Hawks. Handoff. Nessa goes in, now out. Gets a block, huge block there on the pole by Big Joe Kingston. Kingston against North had to leave the game, and he was standing on the sideline getting his shoulder looked at. But he is back. Penningroff still has pads on as he's getting looked at a training table, and I'm not sure if we'll see him yet for the rest of the night.
But he doesn't have his helmet, so it'll be hard to play, so that's the key.
Cole looks to throw to the right side. Does out of the backfield, and it's caught at the shoestrings by Nate Nessa. Spins out of his way, still drives, keeps moving his feet inside the 10-yard line as Kendrick Achibi helps finish off.
Caught that low around his waist, was fumbled a little bit, pulled it back in, picked up another 10 yards, spinning and getting it down there. So nice run. Nessa is picking up the pace, from Kadolf, so he's doing a nice job on a fill-in roll.
Cole gives it to Nessa. Off right side, goes into the end zone untouched for a touchdown. Another 8 yards.
Also a good block out there by Jacob Murfield, playing tight end. Going out there, getting a seal block, creating an opening there for Nessa to go in for score. So good blocking up front. It's very solid. I think we could talk about the offensive linemen all night, but they've done a really nice job of creating those holes and letting the running backs run free.
Tonight might be one of those nights we talk to Espino, one of those senior linemen. The extra point is up, and it is good. Running clock when we come back. 35-0 Ankeny. 6:47 to go here before half.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm reminded of that every day as I see our fleet of vehicles in all shapes and sizes head out to help customers in need. We work hard to keep our vehicles clean and in good shape. Some are customized with great ideas, and some maybe not so much. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee has over 300 pre-owned vehicles with 50 under 25 grand. Des Moines area, you've never seen this before. Text value to 515-212-7952 and get your vehicle's instant value by text. Or go to WaukeeChevy.com and click on Text My Trade-In Value. Chevy Cruze, $199 a month. Silverado 1500, $349 per month.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
The Ankeny offense keeps rolling now as they hit the 268 mark and cap it off with a Nate Nessa run of 8 yards, his second touchdown of the night. Ankeny leads 35-0 with 6:47 to go. We'll have running clock now. Unless this outcome changes differently. Let's see what Pelham does this time with his kick. He's kind of been all over the place. And this one is just a high kick back 2 yards deep in the end zone. All right, Jeff Brooks, you're going to be on the injury report outlook as I see ice on Colin Kadolf's left shoulder. What else do you know?
Yeah, I'm on the other side right now, actually, to tell you the truth.
That's fine.
But I can't see risking too many of the other key guys right now. Those are two guys right now that are hurt that are going to be key to any playoff run. So hopefully they're minor injuries, something that, a little rest and recovery will help it out. So we'll see how long these starters go.
Defense comes back out, and Webb Tate, and let's see, I think we have a different linebacker now. We should, anyway. Jay Lounsbury in there as Kehoe's throw is caught back at the line of scrimmage. Webb Tate. So that's Anthony Crowder, number 3.
I see Summerfield's in there at one of the linebacker positions. Carson Summerfield.
Handoff in the middle. And who got the ball? That's okay, number 3, Crowder. Crowder gets a couple of yards more, gets up to the 24-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6.
On these 3rd and longs, I'd be looking out to see where Braden Simonson's lining up and maybe chip him, slow him down a little bit to give him some time.
No heat coming. Pass caught and then tackle missed. Up near the 30. That's a first down and out of bounds is Josh Jenkins on the wheel route.
Just enough to get for the first down. Had a little short, little skinny out there. Receiver took the cornerback deep, and then he cut across where the linebacker was covering him, so he had that catch in the flats. Got some wheels out there. Got there, turned upfield, and what I thought was going to be maybe a tackle for no gain, he picked it up on his own. Just good wheel. So if he gets in the open field, Josh Jenkins is a handful.
And they're just trying to find him any way they can, and they give it to Jenkins now in the end around. He's into the secondary and very close to a first down. They stop the clock.
The officials timeout to measure. They're going to give him the first down.
No, they're going to give him the first down. Yeah, they're signaling come on down. Let's move those chains.
He's got a nice burst. He got up there. When you can cut back up inside against the grain, you tend to find that the one guy misses a tackle, the field opens up quite a bit. So he's got good vision. That's the most runs, most room I've seen him run here in the first half.
Last check, Waukee Northwest leads Urbandale 13-3. They're in the second there. Or I'm sorry, 10-3 Waukee Northwest. And that shot is heard up here. Tough run for Lincoln. Crowder. Oof. And up front there, Nick Eaton comes up from that linebacker stop to make a tackle.
That gets the defense fired up when you hear that pop in there, and so it's creating now a 2nd and long. So linebackers love that. Even safety's coming up. Like, I want to have some of the fun. I want to get up here and play with the big boys.
2nd down. Jenkins is stopped, and there's a penalty flag that comes in. At least I thought I saw him. No flag, I'm just seeing things.
Loss of 2 there, so now it brings up 3rd and 10, 3rd and 10 and a half.
3-minute mark before half. Kehoe to roll out. Gets rid of it as he's hit, and incomplete. Arndt had it for a moment at midfield. Would have been a little short of the first down.
Sean Gavin there coming from the outside had a beat on him. Kehoe had no time to set his feet, and he surprisingly released the ball. So that pass rush on the 3rd and long, if it knows it's a passing down, they are getting after the quarterback. So, but a game like this, 4th and 10 at your own 45 is going to be you go for it.
Yeah, clock moving, because what you'll do is burn a little bit of time on the change of possession if you're not able to get it. So let's see what Lincoln does. Jenkins is behind quarterback, and then Lincoln takes timeout at 2:08, and so will we. 35-0 Ankeny leads. This is high school football on CISM.
The team at DeArmond Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the DeArmond difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homemaker.
Lincoln to go for it here. On 4th down. Kehoe to pass, throws it downfield. He's got a man. I think he made the catch. And he is down. Kaysen Carney Hahn caught it, had his feet taken out from him, went straight up, landed straight on his back on that far sideline.
As I say, he went up the ladder and caught it at the peak like a rebound, came down, and he was caught there as he was hit while he was in the air, came down, and he landed on his back or his shoulder. So hopefully it's just the wind knocked out of him, because that turf gets pretty hard when you're dropping that far. But amazing catch.
It was.
Hard.
And unfortunately, it's gone for naught because there was a holding call on Lincoln. Oh, man, and we are asking for some help. Medical assistance. We are going to take a timeout at 1:57 to go before half.
The team at DeArmond Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the DeArmond difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
At Holt Plumbing and Heating, our team is clean-cut, professionally dressed, and always training to be the best. We have families too, and we understand that nothing is more important than keeping them safe and comfortable. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. A high-quality job with a smile and a little extra wow. I would like to personally invite you to experience Holt Plumbing and Heating and find out why, for over 70 years, families all over central Iowa say, "Let Holt handle that."
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I could do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay. Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we.
Kason Carney-Hahn, a junior for Lincoln, had gone up the ladder to catch a pass, and then the tackle just kind of took his legs out, and he just went and landed flat on his back. The ambulance crew is now brought out. They've brought out a bed, and they're attending to him there. He was called for pretty quickly.
I think he landed on his back, or he landed kind of on his head or his neck, but player safety is the utmost concern right now. So if there's any doubt, they're probably going to bring a stretcher out just to kind of have him checked over. Hope he's okay. But that's you see that more and more now. That's a smarter medical way to do is just if there's any doubt at all that there's anything to the head or neck or back area like that, you want to take precaution and put him on the cart.
Well, I think I did see the board come out initially. And if they're trying to get him under that to be able to pick him up, but the Lincoln staff is all huddled around there. Jeff Brooks, I know you're on the sideline, and I don't know where you are at right now. Jeff, I do now see you, but I'm guessing it's pretty quiet on that Lincoln side of the field.
Yeah, no, I'm staying well away from there and just letting the professionals do the thing. I don't even want to speculate on any of it. I know it was a moment. The fans over here are a little concerned. I can sense that, and there's definite concern here. So let's hope that he's all right, and that I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. So just a bad situation on an awesome play. I don't know if you guys showed the replay or not, but wow, what a catch that young man had, and it's unfortunate how he came down. So. We'll see what happens here.
And I thank you, Jeff. And I do see Lincoln Activities Director Phil Chia over there and Andy Umtham for Ankeny with one of the Ankeny police officers. So I'm guessing we're going to have an ambulance leave here in a moment as both Lincoln and Ankeny players have taken a knee. And the just a hush across the stadium right now as they attend to Kason Carney-Hahn. 35-0 is our score. We'll step away for a moment here as he is attended to on that far sideline. We'll be back. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I could do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay. Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we deliver too.
Our team at DeArmond Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the DeArmond difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly, That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
At Holt Plumbing and Heating, our team is clean-cut, professionally dressed, and always training to be the best. We have families too, and we understand that nothing is more important than keeping them safe and comfortable. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. A high-quality job with a smile and a little extra wow. I would like to personally invite you to experience Holt Plumbing and Heating and find out why, for over 70 years, families all over central Iowa say, let Holt handle that.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
Back at Ankeny Stadium, we have a break in the action as one of the Des Moines Lincoln football players, Jason Carney-Hahn, went up to catch a pass and came down and has not left his spot at the 35-yard line, right in front of the Lincoln bench. And Ankeny ambulance and fire department are here, and another fire engine has come in, and now they're bringing the ambulance out onto the track as they will circle around and back up and get into position to take Carney-Hahn for medical treatment, as I thought I had seen a board on that stretcher go out, but another board has come out, and it looks like some other bodies are there to help lift Carney-Hahn as they back that ambulance about 10 yards away. It's going to take a little moment to kind of shake that. I mean, this is an impressionable age with guys, and this is their teammate.
Well, on both sides, I think they know that this can be part of the game. You know, you get hit, you're out of position, you land awkwardly. I'm amazed many times of some of the hits and the falls I see these players take, and they just bounce right up and they go back to the huddle. So we wish the best. Once again, I think I applaud the emergency crew. They're taking all the precautions for his health and doing the best for him. So it's best to be on the safe side when we're dealing with any kind of possible injury to a player.
And he is on his belly, on his face side. He is not laying on his back. As they now are moving his legs, I see the back of the legs being lifted up and set to the side there, and I have to say, it has been quite some time since I've seen an ambulance used in this capacity where we've had crews come. It's been a number of years, and that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It's just that, you know, as you said, Tim, this is a big precaution. Mm-hmm. Let's hope. And again, not trying to speculate anything.
Right. The advantage of having these turf fields like this, that, if it was grass, but now it's you have the ability, instead of putting on a stretcher and putting them on the cart and shuffling them off the field. Now we're seeing that you can gain access to minimize the jiggling around to a player and get them checked out tonight. Just kind of as we're sitting here, we're talking about this, and I'm sure that their family and friends listening, that for their concerns. So we do hope for the best. Anytime you have a player that's down.
And hopefully he gets one of the smoothest rides to the hospital. It looks like they've maybe rolled him onto his back now. I'm trying to look at his feet. Well, maybe he is still face down. This injury comes at the 1:57 mark before half, and it has been a physical half. Both teams have had players helped off the field, but no injury has been this severe.
We have players taking a knee. The band is taking a knee. The cheerleaders are taking a knee. So I think everybody's kind of holding their collective breath here for a positive outcome.
You're starting to see that more and more now, is when a player gets hurt, that both teams just kind of take a knee, and there's no need to do anything. Yeah, he is on his back. Carney Hahn is now on his back. He still does have the helmet on, and they're wheeling him. They have a neck stabilizer. And they'll put him in the back of the ambulance. All right, we'll take a quick break and get ready to maybe play some football here in just a moment.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Back here at Ankeny Stadium, Ankeny 35, Lincoln nothing. It has been a somber turn of events as Kason Carney Hahn landed after a catch, and he has been now put into an ambulance, and he is off the field. And at this point, he has not left the stadium.
Officials are letting the players on either side, run a little bit, get warmed up. On that play, there was a flag, so the ball was moved back from the 46. Now it's back to the 30 or the 29-yard line, so it'll be still fourth down for the Rail Splitters.
And that was going to be it was a catch until the penalty. It was just an absolute layout. We do have a couple of scores. Prairie leads Linmar 7-0. That game going on over in eastern Iowa. And we'll update a couple of scores here on the change of possession if this punt is successful. The kick is away. It's a low liner. It's going to be rolling down inside the 40, near the 30. Now going to be downed at about the 28. Downed by Diego Vela for Lincoln, and that's where Ankeny will take over at the 1:28 mark. Clock is rolling. Let's see. Last score we had was Waukee Northwest 10, Urbandale 3, that's Pleasant Valley 7, Iowa City West 3, and Valley leads Roosevelt 57-0 in the first half. J.J. Cole back to pass, throws it deep. He's got a man who's got a step, but it's going to be just a little too far. Intended receiver was Brady McCullough, the big target here in this first half. And it is hard to kind of get geared up, and the crowd is pretty quiet right now, Tim.
Yeah, pretty subdued. That's really no clap. It's kind of an eerie feeling. The players just kind of run another play here and take it to the half.
Cole back to pass, flushed a little bit, points out, throws, caught near sideline, Maddox Ward. Ward puts a move on and gets inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line before Avante McGee makes the tackle, and Ankeny is going to call a timeout. They're trying to run a quick offense here.
The big play set that up. Now they're past midfield. They're within easy striking distance with a pass play into the end zone, so it opens up the playbook quite a bit for them. With 21 seconds, still with 2 timeouts left, so they can run several plays here before the half. It's good getting back into, I guess, the guys' mind back on football, but here looking at our under 2-minute drill. This is a good experience to have because you may need this in the game, in a playoff game, so get your offense used to getting up there, doing hand signals and getting your plays in and out of the sideline to the huddle to the players quickly.
End of the first quarter now. Prairie 7, Linn-Mar nothing, and that is a game of interest for really anything here in 5A as we get down towards the end of the year and possible playoff partners or opponents. You're kind of scoreboard watching now as Cole has the ball put in play from the 37-yard line. He looks to throw. He's got a man caught, and still on his feet is Will Heinrichs. He's going to drag a couple of players. I think Ankeny's going to call another timeout with 7 seconds to go before half.
Good play there, right up there, just running up the hash marks. Down there to about the 10-yard line, caught it, fought for another 5 yards. So good play there by Will Heinrichs to get down there. He was wide open, came in, caught the ball, looked it into his hands. So 2 big pass plays here with under a minute to go to get them down to the 5 or to the 8-yard line.
And then that might be it for the ones, at least for some of those. Might not see them after half as it is in the lower 40s here tonight. It is playoff football weather. We had a great season of weather, Tim, and tonight we're just feeling a little cooler.
Yeah, the blood's not quite used to this weather. We've had, just like a couple weeks ago, it was in the mid-80s and people wearing shorts. I know Jeff was probably, not used to wearing there on the sideline. So, yes, it's definitely late football season weather.
Well, Tuesday, I was out at Ankeny practice on Tuesday, and the coaches were all in shorts. And then Wednesday was a whole different day. So Cole, you can see the breath coming out of his mouth as he huffs and puffs and takes the snap. Throws towards the back of the end zone. He's got McCullough there, thrown, tipped away, and almost intercepted. It's caught, but out of bounds was Avante McGee, so it'll be incomplete, and that's how the first half is going to end. Ankeny leads at half, 35-0. It's been all Ankeny in this one, as the Hawks have had their way when it comes to throwing the football, but it's come at a little bit of a cost with a couple of injuries, as Jackson Penningroth has his own helmet. Walks is off, but Colin Kadolf is without his pads. He'll likely come back out in a sweatshirt as Jeff Brooks makes his way to find head coach Rick Nelson. We will catch up with Rick in just a moment as Jeff is there, as the band makes their way out. We got a whole lot of stuff going on. Mrs. Williams is here. We're gonna have a chat. Let's go down to Jeff Brooks on the sideline. Jeff?
Hey, I'm here with Coach Nelson. We're going to walk and talk. We got the band coming at us pretty hard, so get a little extra time here. Let me get across the field a little bit so we can clear these guys. So, all right. Hey, Coach. Boy, it's unfortunate kind of there the ending the injury, but up until then, I wanted to ask you, it's about the best half of football I've seen in really the last few weeks. You guys have been playing pretty well. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, our kids are playing well. We started off, they're blitzing a lot, so it's hard to get our run game going. They're just firing their backers all the time, but they can't cover anybody. So we're throwing the football, and JJ's overthrown a couple, but he's made some real nice plays. And I thought we were going to have a chance for a timeout and a field goal there at the end, but I don't know how that play took 7 seconds, but I guess it did. So
yeah, defensively too. You've seen similar offenses. Your defensive line, your linebackers, they're playing well, and obviously they're getting a little bit in the passing game. Thoughts on defense?
Yeah, these kind of games always kind of bother you when you're playing teams that have guys motioning and all that cross buck stuff, and so those are always challenging. First play from scrimmage, they took off and ran about 25 yards on us, and so your kids' eyes just aren't where they need to be, and that's what happens when you play an offense like that, where there's a lot of movement and eye candy, and kids get all, they just don't read their keys, and all of a sudden they've got a good back. So I'm just glad he didn't go all the way on that first play.
Yeah. So obviously a few injuries. Yeah. I won't get into that with you, but what are your keys for that in the second half? Are you going to get another series for the guys, you think, or have you even thought that far?
Yeah, we will. We'll get the ball, and we'll give them another series and see what happens, and it might even be 2. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes. It'll go pretty fast. I mean, if we can go down and score, then the clock, it just goes super fast. So biggest thing is just execute for our kids. Just keep getting better, and, we're – I think where we need to be, and we got a first nice cool night, so it's kind of been kind of nice, kind of football weather.
Well, good luck, Coach, second half, and we'll see you definitely playoff run. So, all right, thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, that's Jeff Brooks at halftime, 35-0, and the band is warming up, and I hate to take a break because if I miss a note, I'm going to be in trouble. Mrs. Jennifer Williams is here. Mrs. Williams, what do you think here? This band, are they waiting on your signal tonight, or did you hand this off?
We always wait on Mr. Newhart. He's down there getting all the electronic stuff ready to go, and then once he gives me the thumbs up, I give the announcer the thumbs up, and we go. And it sounds like we have some power.
We've got power. That's always key because that's going to be the first time of the first part of this show. We did this a couple of years ago. All right, we're going to have the announcer. What are we going to see first? What's the theme of the show?
So the theme this year is totally 85. So it's exactly what we just said. It's 1985 music, so you're going to hear some stuff. The opening I can't talk tonight, goodness.
Well, you're out in the cold, sorry.
The opening is Marty McFly, reference from Back to the Future, so you're going to hear him saying that we're going to go back to the year 85, so I'm going to stop talking so you can hear that.
Well, we're going to have some student voices talk, and here we go.
To the year 1985.
We accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a Friday night to perform this 8-minute marching show. But we think you're crazy to make us perform an entire marching show just to show you who we think you are.
You see us in the simplest terms, in the most convenient definitions. But what we found out
is that each one of us is a student and a performer,
and a musician,
a leader,
and a hawk. Does that answer your question?
So that's all a reference to, if you've seen The Breakfast Club, it's very much The Breakfast Club.
And you open up with In the Air Tonight, the old Phil Collins song. So you have that. Some bands do the big announcement from the PA, and then all of a sudden you have that speaking part come out, and then you bring it big with the instruments. I can't even describe it either. It's so fun to see.
Yeah, that big opening hit is like one of the best parts of the show, and there's so much more to come in it. So,
all right.
So now we're gonna play. This is the theme from Stranger Things, is what we're playing now.
Which is not from 1985, but based in 85 now. We just have that throwback, and that
Yes.
theme will appear again, right? A little
yes,
bit later?
it sneaks into another tune. So we kind of reference, I can't remember the name of the movie now, but if you look at the TV, you can see the kids that are trying to get out of the TV, and then their friends rescue them.
And the TV is your big prop. There's always props now in the marching band shows. I think we've talked about in the past. This year it's the TV. It took a lot of volunteers to get that thing built too.
Oh, yeah, that TV has been an adventure, but it's sure been a fun adventure. And it's really great to listen to all the parents talk about, look at it and go, I had a TV like that in my house when I was these kids' age and everything. So
Well, we got to stop. The mellophones are playing. Hold on. I got to make sure they got it. Okay, they got it.
it's
All right.
like you know one of them
Yeah.
or something.
They've been super excited. They have been working. The pit is where they're standing in front of. The pit has been practicing pretty much once a week since like June, right?
Yeah, our drumline and color guard start rehearsals in as early as April and weekly starting in June until band camp starts in August.
And now we're trying to change the channel on the TV.
Yep, and you'll notice it's time to go. Yeah, Carson, Back to the Future. I was saying, yeah, Carson, for the rifle toss in the middle. I just got to say how cool it is to have a football player marching on the football field tonight. Two of them out there, but right around the 50-yard line. Jaden Bible and Caleb Z. Both seniors, in fact.
They wanted to march one last show, right?
Yes, absolutely. And then you got I Want My MTV, which is where this flag comes from that you see in the color guard.
And now we're moving. The thing about this show that I've noticed, Mrs. Williams, is how you just are constantly moving. That takes a lot of effort to get these kids coordinated. Who helps you with that?
So we have a drill writer out of Wisconsin, Chad Kwame, who writes all this drill. And then I have an amazing staff that really, really helps teach these kids. They're just incredible, and that's what really makes this happen. And then, of course, a shout out to Darren Mell, Aaron Wolf, and Allie McGuire, our color guard staff, for all the stuff that's going on the field. You see flags, you see rifles, you see sabers, you see it all.
And the band just powered down.
Yes, we just powered down. One thing I really like about this show is the immediate transitions. Like, there's never really any downtime, but, like, that's cool about it. So now you're going to get a little Open Arms by Journey.
I just like that saxophone part. The woodwinds and horns over there. The sax is playing that part, and the open arms. And the flags are a little different now too, right?
Yeah, the flags are actually a pop star singing on it. So she's got her microphone in the middle of what looks like the moon. And those are swing flags, so bigger flags than what we normally use, so they have a bigger impact on the field.
And this is one thing, too, you'll sometimes face the other side, and we've already kind of talked over a couple of times where the band, well, they're going to come up and they're going to do things that aren't normally in marching. What are they doing here?
So there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of dance incorporated to marching band. So, like, we're seeing different angles, different sides of the uniform, just changes the variety in our eyes and what we see and hear. So you notice there we went from facing backfield, which was much softer, to facing front field, much louder, much bigger impact to the audience.
And now a tempo change.
Oh yeah, we're cooking along about 170 beats per minute right now. And this is original music by the arranger, Jeff Chambers. And it's supposed to have like a Ghostbusters-y like feel. Oh, you gotta love this crowd response. This is great.
And the dance break, I've noticed more marching. Is this something that has been more of a focus for marching bands? Is something maybe not with their instruments?
Yeah, there's this movement in the marching arts of going more towards dance and body movement versus not versus, but in addition to the traditional marching. So it just adds another level of complexity to the show and makes it even more fun to watch.
Coming up for the finale here, this is it.
Marching band. That away, Marching Hawks.
They've had a really good year.
It's been a really great year. It's been a really great year.
You had to walk some seniors out tonight. How many?
50 plus. I can't give you the exact number right now, but 50 plus.
And they, it's year after year. There's a tradition. I mean, you have taken over as director of bands now, had been in that assistant role. This was your first year of putting a show together in a COVID post year.
Yep.
How'd that go?
It's been great. It's been a blast. Like I said earlier, I'm blessed with a great staff, great kids, great parents. All of that made it a great season.
So a couple of first place finishes.
Yeah, we got first place at the Urban, and we placed first overall at Valley Fest Showdown a couple weeks ago. Also earning best marching, best color guard, and best drum majors. So.
And that had not been done in quite some time, I
believe.
So
we went back, and it was 1997 when it was the last time that Ankeny won Valley Fest. So we actually found the old VHS and watched it with the kids the other day. It was quite fun.
VHS from 97. I mean, come on. We were already in the DVD era by then, but sometimes that's all the schools
But that was
had.
the only way you could record stuff in 1997.
This has been, it takes a major team. You talked a little bit about the volunteers, parents, staff. It's a long season, but you had a chance to play one last time tonight, really with no pressure.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of fun about tonight. We didn't rehearse on the field at all this week, so it was fun to see how well the kids remembered it. We've already started transitioning into a concert band and jazz band and all that good stuff, so we kind of got it all today, and the kids did a great job.
Now, you're in your black coat. Where is your 80s coat that you've had a couple of times? Is it not as warm?
It's not as warm, and usually I throw it on over the top of this, and I packed my bag with 17 layers of clothes, and then I got here and I was like, oh, I forgot my 80s coat. But I'll wear it at school. The kids love that coat. So
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's been a great year. Congratulations on the
Thank
season,
you.
and good luck.
Thank
as
you.
Concert and Jazz will be here now soon.
Woohoo!
For performances, anyway.
All things band.
All right. Appreciate it. Jennifer Williams, thank you so much for your time. That's halftime. 35-0 Ankeny. Back after this.
The team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
At Holt Plumbing and Heating, our team is clean cut, professionally dressed, and always training to be the best. We have families too, and we understand that nothing is more important than keeping them safe and comfortable. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. A high quality job with a smile and a little extra wow. I would like to personally invite you to experience Holt Plumbing and Heating and find out why for over 70 years, families all over central Iowa say, let Holt handle that.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Really like your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I can do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we deliver.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Back here at Ankeny Stadium, my thanks to Jennifer Williams and her time for talking about the band. And I know we talked about Mid-Iowa and wanted to get that in beforehand, but here we go. We got a chance to talk to the band. Let's see. So Jeff Brooks is chasing down Coach Sinclair for Lincoln. So, Tim, give me some scores, and I may have to hit the pause button on you in mid-sentence. What do you got?
We got number one ranked Southeast Polk up 54-0 on Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Game of other ranked teams, you got Prairie and Linn-Mar. Prairie up 15-0 over Linn-Mar in the second quarter. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, the number 2 ranked Kennedy team, is up 13-11 at the end of the second quarter.
All right, looks like we have Jeff Brooks with head coach O.J. Sinclair. Let's go down to the sideline. Jeff?
Hey, yeah, I'm here with Coach Sinclair, Coach, not the half you wanted, I'm sure, but there were a lot of positives there in that half from your team. What was your message to the boys at half?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, obviously with the Kaysen issue, we just got to keep playing. We said from the get-go these guys are a really good football team, and we want to close out the season strong. I don't think we're going to get another game, so we just want to play the last 24 minutes as hard as we can. We have a lot of seniors, so just play for them and play for Kaysen and, worry about us instead of the scoreboard, I guess.
Yeah, so our thoughts, too. I've heard a lot from the text and people asking. Our thoughts are definitely with him as well. Defensively, how do you kind of get that under wraps?
Yeah, I mean, there's really we've tried every front, every coverage, every blitz, every stun. We're not tackling very well. Again, they're just really, really good, and we made mistakes on offense too. That's given them short field, and on special teams as well. It's tough. Ankeny's good. Ankeny's the best football team we've played, and we're not making the plays that we need to make, and it just is kind of snowballed.
All right, Coach. Hey, I thank you so much for your time.
All right, that's O.J. Sinclair, head coach of the Lincoln Rail Splitters, with our Jeff Brooks as the Ankeny Hawks make their way back to the field. A quick 1-minute break. More scores from around Class 5A when we come back. This is high school football on CISN.TV.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. And at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
J.J. Cole had a pretty good first half, 9-13 passing, 254 yards. His big target was Brady McCullough. Started early with a 75-yard touchdown catch, and then it has been just a lot of big chunk plays. Colin Cadall, 4 carries, 37 yards. We're not going to see him the rest of the night. He left the field with the team in the first half without his full football uniform on. Won't likely see Jackson Penningroth either, as it has been a tough first half for injuries. Lincoln tonight, let me finish Ankeny. 8 rushes for 77 yards, total of 331. So 254 passing, 77 yards rushing. Lincoln, 47 yards passing. They're 4 of 10. Rushing, 23 for 55 yards. Jenkins, 9 carries, 45 yards. He's yet to get into the end zone. Rivas, 5 touches, 15 yards. And it's Kehoe has a negative 13 on 3 attempts. It's just been tough for him when you're blitzing like they are. Ankeny is.
Yeah, he was sacked several times. A lot of times it was on a third down play. He's back there just trying to get away from the rush. The one thing that Coach Adam Booth talked about, that they're going to see different fronts are trying to confuse in their blocking. So we're seeing a lot trying to stop the run game, so there's not been as many yards rushing for Ankeny High. But then the passing game, because Cole has these checkdowns, so they go to an alternative play. He's finding that open receiver, the single coverage out there, so he's having a lot of success in the air.
Well, and that's something that you heard Coach Sinclair say. We've thrown everything at him.
Yeah.
And so that is what is going to happen as this season progresses into the postseason. Teams are going to try to confuse and disguise coverage.
Yeah, but the great thing with Cole is that he's able to look at that and adapt to it. Now we're into the 9th game of the season. He's seen a lot of different fronts. He's seen 8-man stacks. He's seen blitzing linebackers. He's seen safeties coming up. So as they come in, you get a key. And the key is that Cole and his receivers are on the same page, and you can get those quick look-ins. You can get that single coverage, if you're going in or out. So it's seamless success. They're building on something for the second season that's going to start next week.
All right, I cut you off earlier on some scores. Centennial was up on East at last check I had. It was 35-0. Now that's changed.
Yep, up to the 49-6. The other games, we're looking out east. Southeast Polk is handling Jefferson quite well. Cedar Rapids Jefferson, but Kennedy, the number ranked 2 in the RPI rankings, playing at Dubuque Hempstead, having a tough game. 13-11 lead there late in the second quarter.
And Kennedy last week was down to Johnston at half.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that. And the number 4 and 5 ranked teams are just above Ankeny here. Cedar Rapids, Prairie, and Linn-Mar battling it out. That's 15, Prairie 15, Linn-Mar 0 at the second quarter. So we're seeing a strong showing here by Ankeny High. Will they leapfrog and get into that? They're looking at 4-14 pods. Would they be the number 1 ranked team in their pod?
It's, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. is when the Iowa High School Athletic Association says they will release their playoff pairings. You can check our Twitter feed. We'll have Randy all over that, I'm sure, in the morning, and we'll keep you updated. So, Ankeny will get the second half kick. They lead 35-0. And Lincoln Harry Sturr is going to tee this thing up at the 40. Try to give Ankeny their worst field position of the half. It's a short kick taken at the 40-yard line. Catching it is Austin Bailey, and so the 40 is where Ankeny will go to work here in the second half. Now, Jeff Brooks has been working the sideline. He's been all over the place. He got that interview with Coach Nelson. We had the conversation about the band as they head off. We didn't even get a chance. Some of the band members and the choir auditioning for All-State tomorrow. So some of them got to get home. They shouldn't be out this late, 8:44. They got to get home, turn in their uniforms, and go home.
They're out.
They are out, Jeff.
They're out.
What else did you pick up at halftime, Jeff?
I got to talk to my long-lost cousin, Coach Alessio, over here on the sidelines. Got a little input from him. They're proud of their boys. They're working hard. they want to close the season out well. So we'll see how that is. And I think Ankeny wants to, like Coach Nelson said, let's have a couple of good drives here, a couple of good defenses, and then transition out from there. So look for them to keep that rhythm and try to get in the end zone here quick.
Nate Nessa takes the first handoff of the second half. Gets a 4-yard. Isn't everybody related on the south side there? Jeff, you're really kind of hurting there. Alessio's been around a long time. Good to see him coaching again. And that's caught, I think. Yes, it is on this near sideline, Will Henricks. And, Tim, that's a guy we haven't talked about enough probably. Will Henricks is one that coaches have been really impressed with. See how his season, he did not start the year as a starter, but he has earned his way on with making catches like that.
Yeah, nice little back shoulder fade there that, once again, Cole saw it before he finished his break. He threw it out there. He went there right on the sideline. He's a nice compliment to McCullough, who's, gets a lot of coverage there, but it opens up the whole passing game really sideline to sideline.
Carson Booth, a little confusion there, gets back to his position off the right side. Cole calls, gives it to Nessa. Nessa shakes one tackler, and he's got some room down the near side, and 20. Steps the disco, dances down the sideline a little bit. Sorry, I had to give the old Mike Newell, Kendrick a chibi there. That's my old coworker Mike Newell used to say, disco dancing down the sideline. That was more of a tiptoe act there.
They take her down the picket fence there on the sideline and then they stepped out. But actually, Booth there, right himself, got a good block there with Sprung. Nessa to the outside, so everyone getting involved. Once again, I go back to that really strong offensive line play. I wonder who coaches the offensive line there to do so well.
Play action, reverse rollout. Cole under pressure, throws it towards the back of the end zone. He's got a receiver. It's just out of bounds. Derek Johnson, the intended man.
Yeah, nice catch out there right in front of the track, so he's a little bit outside. But big rush there by Rivas coming in, putting the pressure on, making Cole roll out and just throw it deep and away there to not take the sack.
There's just not been a lot of teams that have put pressure on consistently on Cole this season.
Usually if they miss the block, they can go back to huddle, correct the assignment, make sure they're all on the same page.
2nd and 10 from the 16. 2 men in the backfield. Nessa gets the call up the middle. He keeps running. He's at the 10, the 5, churning his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nate Nessa, 16 yards, and a Hawk score.
And I would say the last 10 yards were all on Nate Nessa. He took their spun, hit, turned, good leg drive by him, taking the end zone. Good blocking up front to spring him. A lot of work on his behalf in the last 10 yards to score that touchdown.
At the 8:40 mark, it's another touchdown for Nessa. The Pelham kick is up, and it is good. Out of the long snap of Braden Simonson, Hawks lead 42-0. This is high school football on CISN.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Nate Nessa, his third touchdown. He actually had to work hard to get double-digit yards. It was 8 yards, 8, and then that was 16. As we see a couple of players come back out onto the field. As the high kick is going to bounce off the Lincoln player on the return. It's still on his feet and then drop down. Paya the return. And Donnie Brown straight makes the tackle.
Gil Hasted down there. Nope, I think it was Ben Sandvik maybe was down there. Just didn't quite get enough jersey there to pull him down, and he turned and got a couple more yards.
Only the faithful are here now, Tim. Look at this crowd. It's thinned out a little bit after the band. A lot of the students have left. Parents are here. They're like, This is what we do. Hand off, Jenkins. He'll get a couple.
Yeah, we should give a shout-out to the parents that are here.
So Jenkins, you heard Coach Sinclair talk. And we do have a penalty now. Gosh, we haven't had nearly the penalties. I
know it's something maybe something after personal foul. Yep.
It is personal foul on sportsmanlike. Oh, on both teams. Okay. Simonson goes out. Coming back in, I think, is Marcus Howell.
Sometimes it's a conversation that carries on after the play that they just want to call attention to both sides.
A little bit of a conversation there with the officials in the middle. They have to write down numbers. $42-0, 7:47 as we stop the clock to sort through this penalty. Flag is picked up, put back into the pocket of the back judge. Our white hat tonight, Brian Gibson, goes back, winds the clock, and we're ready to play. Xander Kehoe. 3-step drop throws, and Sandvik was there, and they're going to say he did it, and he did pick it off. I wasn't sure if Ben had gotten both hands underneath it or not, but the near official said, yeah.
You looked at the official didn't really sign. Usually they're a little more emphatic about change of possession. He looked over, he goes, do I have it? What do you think? Well, I don't know. What do you think? I think, do you want to have it? Sure. Then he gave it to him. So
he pulled the hands in. And
he did.
Okay. Sandvik will take the INT, and that'll be a turnover. And the Ankeny offense will be back out here.
I would imagine we're going to probably see Connor Kaiser coming in at quarterback. Nope. Cole's still out there, quarterback in the offense.
Nate Nessa still in at running back. Colin Cutoff left the game earlier with an injury. They go Nessa up the middle. Nessa, he is just up the middle still on his feet into the secondary, inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Nessa, a huge run there.
Straight zone blocking by the offensive line. There's no pulling. There's no trapping. It's just 5 guys just firing off the ball, creating an opening in there. You're seeing a little bit, tired defensive line there. They having to deal with, offensive line of 240, 250, 285 there. So that's a big Ankeny Hawk offensive line to lean on you all the game long.
The run gets Nessa over the century mark. 8 carries and 101. Let's see if he gets his number called again. He does. Nessa sheds one tackler, still on his feet, puts his head down. He's going to be short of the end zone. A lot of credit there. Big number 53, Dumbari Ainine makes the tackle for Lincoln. Q Lockey up front there tonight.
Yeah, Crowder out there almost had him in the backfield, but the strength. You have Nessa breaking the tackle, getting some yards on there, taking it down to the 2.
Coming off the field is Drew Moines. In now is Ethan Thomas. Nessa hit at the line of scrimmage and no further. Coming up for Lincoln is Caden Ellsbury. It'll be 3rd down and goal. And this is one of the most time-consuming drives Ankeny's had all night.
Yeah, this is a big play. I would imagine I don't think it's a 2-down territory. They go for it here and see how they do. They want to be able to run this in. Goal line offense.
Nessa on the counter, carries a man towards the goal line, and he's into the end zone. Nate Nessa, his 4th touchdown of the night.
Juan Rivas, who's been calling his name a lot tonight, got in there, got him around the ankles, but not enough. The leg strength of Nessa getting in there, driving in, leading a forward lean, getting across the goal line for the touchdown.
So Nessa over 100 yards rushing on 11 carries, 106 unofficially. Max Pelham to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 49 Ankeny, 0 for Lincoln. 4:32 to play here on CISN.
Hi, I'm Joe the car guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
As we come up on the 9 o'clock hour, it is high school football here on CISN. Tim Halber, Paul Yeager, Jeff Brooks with you. 4:32 to play, third quarter. It's all Ankeny tonight, 49-0. A look at the scores around the state in Class 5A. There's a lot of games that are pretty lopsided. There's some teams that were trying to hope for a little bit of magic, and as that high moon starts to rise, the clock is getting ready to strike midnight on some of these high school careers in Week 9 in Class 5A. Pelham's kick is a short one. Again, taken at the 15 by Lincoln. Paya makes the return. All right, let's go down Jeff Brooks. Jeff, what do you have? I know it's gets a little long when it's some of these games, but
Jeff left with the band. No, hey, just instant replay. I was standing right by that interception. Very good. Nice play. One thing I want to note here, that little chippiness going on out here, and I'm hearing the referees saying stop, and one of the coaches pulled out. Kids, I just don't see too many starters left. They were talking about, do you want to play in the playoffs, Kid gets ejected for something silly here. That's going to take him out for next week, so they really got to watch the chippiness down here.
Rivas takes the handoff, and the tackle made by Will Cornwell. So still a lot of starting defense, although I do see Paul Painter in at one of the linebacker spots, I think. I saw 29. Some of these linebackers rotate through. Jay Lounsbury. Handoff, Jenkins. He's around left side. Now he's out. He's got a lane down that far sideline. 30, 20, turns on the Jets, and he's knocked down at the 8-yard line. I think Sandvig made that tackle.
Yeah, Sandvig out there. Caramo, out there just chasing him down. Realize he's got some wheels. I mean, that's something that's why he's leading in touchdowns in the state, because he's got that burst. Took it down there. That's what flipping the field's all about.
Best field position for Lincoln all night, and they are inside the 10 at the 6-yard line. All right, Sean, what was that one good for? 64 yards. Thank you, Sean Bradley, filling in tonight for Jeff Martens, putting him on the spot. Thank you. Handoff, Jenkins, and he stood up. Cornwell was there. And first there for Ankeny was Brock Adamson. 17 touchdowns for Jenkins coming into the season. He'd love to get 18 here against Ankeny.
Every team wants to erase a goose egg off that scoreboard. So, and they've got, he's the horse that's carried him down here, so they might give him the ball again.
Rivas behind. They go Rivas on the dive, and he's Going to fall forward inside the 5. Lounsbury there. Simonson. Also in there is Diego Jackson.
Yep. Nice job in there. Then on the opposite way, the defense. If they have a goose egg, they want to keep it on the scoreboard. So there's a lot of sense of pride there for the defense. Ankeny prides itself on a very strong red zone defense.
Kehoe, 3rd and goal. Handoff Jenkins in the gut. No. I think the one that prevented him is Cornwell. Yeah.
Yeah, no use kicking it. I think it's definitely 4-down territory. They may take a timeout. Quarterback's coming off. Kehoe's coming out to the sideline getting a play.
It's actually Nick Eaton who made that tackle. Eaton from that linebacker spot.
So, yep, timeout by Lincoln.
51 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Ankeny leads 49-0 here on CISN.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Prairie has put up 22 to Linn-Mar 7. Urbandale's now taken the lead on Waukee Northwest, 13-10 here. It's Valley, Ankeny up on Lincoln, 49-10. Force the bad habits there. Handoff. Jenkins towards the goal line. I think he's going to be stopped short.
Simonson in there grabbing around the waist, stopping him short of the goal line. I think it looks like they got him back on the 1.
Ryan Crandall slow to get up. And it'll be 1st down and 10, Ankeny. So Ryan Crandall and company has their worst field position of the game.
So will Cole come out and Connor Kaiser come in and goes, Connor, why don't you go in and play quarterback, but the ball's at the 1.
I need you to sneak it a couple of times. Now they bring the chains back in. Is that number 11 I see leading the pack? It is, so Kaiser will come in. And that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Ankeny leads 49-0. The 4th and final of the regular season when we return.
The team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new D. Armand Ford Indianola, darmandford.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homemaker.
One final quarter to go of the regular season here in Class 5A for Lincoln. They're looking at what is probably their last quarter of the season. They're on the edge of the playoffs, but depending how things shake out, we'll just see how it goes. But Ankeny and company backed up to their own 1. Good luck, Connor Kaiser. Take the quarterback dive. And he's going to get 2 or 3 yards as he has some offensive linemen. He doesn't have the big horses of the starters, but I see Carson Mackey. And Q makes the tackle. Q Lockey for Lincoln. And Urbandale has now kicked another field goal. They lead Waukee Northwest 16-10. The Ames-Johnston game at last check was 0-0 at half.
And Ames was sitting at 17, so they're on one of those bubble teams.
Before the snap, whistles. False start on Ankeny. So what was gained will now be lost back to the 2. Half the distance. We did see it a couple of weeks ago where Kaiser was running with the 1 offensive line. But now it is just the straight up 2s. Looks like the same formation. Gary next to Kaiser, and we're going to have another.
The motion. So what he had gained on that first down is being quickly negated.
Ankeny, Athens to the goal. Down remains second.
Jackson Belding is in there at running back. Leo Aguirre is there as well. I think that was Leo. Yeah, it is. Leo is there to the left of Connor. Belding in the backfield, ball to 1. They're going to just have to go the dive up again. And Kaiser's going to escape, and by golly, he gets out to the 10. He's close to the first down. Now, the wing tee was more of Lincoln's offense. We ran the wing tee. We were on the 1. 99 yards to go one play. Quarterback dive, 99 yards for a touchdown. We ran the wedge. Quarterback ran it all the way down for a score. Now, Kaiser, that would have been something to say. Remember that time I was on my own 1?
He went up there, took on a safety, knocked him back, and gained 3 more yards to get the first down. So that was all on Connor Kaiser.
3rd and 1. He'll sneak it again. Not quite the same success, but enough to earn first down. Connor up over the 11 to the 12.
That's a hot first down.
So getting the first down, get them settled down, start a new series here, start working the running backs in there. Let that offensive line, new guys in there, let them warm up, get used to the tempo of the game here. But they're going to let the clock run down and take as much time off as they can. It's down to 12.
Play clock now at 5. Handoff Belding. He's wrapped up and taken backwards. Anthony Crowder there for Lincoln.
Jackson Belding.
Yeah, they're selling out. They've got 8 guys in the box. That's one thing they wanted to do earlier on in the game is that stop that running game. So they're going to bring up, basically run 3 safeties and keep 8 there. It's like a 4-4 stack now. They're just looking for gaps, rushing more people than there can be blockers.
See if Kaiser is asked to throw the football.
If you can roll a little mini rollout to his left and maybe tuck it and run, keep it in bounds at the clock, keep rolling.
Belding to the right of Kaiser, and before the snap, another penalty. This one's delay of game.
Delay of game, Ankeny, 5-yard penalty.
This game's kind of been stuck up on the north side of the field.
Athens is going to take the ball to the 4-yard line.
And one of the things Kaiser has to do is he has to play catch and work out with J.J. Cole every single day in practice. You know, you're going to learn. That's a good one to learn from. Belding in motion. Kaiser's going to keep it, and then he is going to be driven back. I think he got out of the end zone, but not much more than the 1.
Yeah, he's about 2 feet out of the end zone. Snap was high a little bit to the side. Good hands, by being aware, catching it, taking it up, getting what he can. So now it brings up a 3rd and 21.
What's the 3rd and 21 play for your second team?
Well, he had a great sneak there, so. But he gets if he goes up against the read, if they're pinching on the inside, there might be something to the. They may want to see if they can get something wide.
Kaiser puts his head down, still rolling, and tell you what, when Q Lockheed's there at 6'1", 350, it's kind of hard to move. Coach said that Q was up over, I think he said 400 pounds when camp started.
Yeah, he slimmed down to a 350. He's his own pile when he's in there. He gets in, he just takes people with him. So this is going to be a little tricky punt here. You got a shorter ends on you. As a punter, you never want to make sure you don't step back.
Well, it is the one punt team because Max Pelham coming out to kick out of the back of the end zone there. He is on that line, gets his foot into it, drives a good one. It's going to go off of the I think it's a loose fumble or a loose ball, and I think Ankeny has it.
He tried for the fair catch. It bounced. I don't know if he had touched it, but I think the second time as he tried to retrieve it, he touched it, got there, and it was a turnover, muffed punt. Ball at the 44-yard line.
I think Adamson recovered it, and there is another player down for Lincoln. It's Robert Stonehawker, the junior.
They had 2 guys coming in there to block, and as they came in there, they missed the punt block, but they hit each other, so there was a collision in the back. Pelham got out of it.
Well, if you don't have a 3rd and 21 play, I guess you have a punt that goes off of your opponent, and then you move it forward. So this will give Ankeny plenty of room to operate.
6:12 left to go. They can conceivably run the clock. They got a better position there. You see if they get some running game there. I'm sure that Lincoln's going to sell out, trying to get make some stops there. I think of interest, Bettendorf playing Davenport North. They're the 16 ranked team in the RPI. They are up 17-3, so they should retain their RPI ranking. So you're looking at this Ames have a chance to move up if they get a score and a win.
Play action, and it's going to be Kaiser keeping it, and he's over the left side before Ben Tajula makes the tackle. Kaiser keeps rolling. Faked it to Belding, and then Kaiser just kept it. That's kind of that rollout play. That's as close to a rollout as I think you're going to see.
Carson McKay in the block there, blocking Ankeny, only giving up 130 pounds there, but he was blocking and driving him, so he's got his hands full back there.
Aguirre goes from right to left. Now coming to the near side also is Jacob Morgan. 3 receivers to the right. Belding gets the call left side, gets around the outside the numbers, and he gets over to the 40 before Juan Rivas makes the tackle. Clock at 5 minutes to go in this contest. As it stands now, Ankeny would host a playoff game. And if we're going to have it, we'll let you know here on CISN through our social media channels. You can always subscribe to the YouTube channel. Know when we're going to have live events. Crew's getting ready for state volleyball. These tickets will be punched this week. Congratulations to both the boys and girls cross-country teams for Ankeny qualifying for state. Belding the handoff, and he's crumpled up before the line of scrimmage. As that was Caden Ellsbury.
There are several linemen coming in. Looks like a line change there. Getting some game time in with 4 minutes to go. So 3rd and 9. Playoff format. 16 teams, 4 pods.
And actually, 5A, 4A, they were playing regular season where the other classes were in postseason mode already. Belding the fake, Connor the Kaiser the keep, and Connor keeps going. He's on his feet down the left side. Connor Kaiser, touchdown! 42 yards for the sophomore. How about that?
Showing some wheels there, take it up. Cutting up inside, and I think he caught him napping a little bit, thought he was going to hand it off, and he took it up there, and once he got on that sideline, he kicked it into high gear and taken it into the end zone. Impressive run by Connor Kaiser.
Attaboy, Connor. Boy, and they all kind of met him, and he got a lot of high fives on the way to the sideline. Had a chance to say hello to Connor's father before the game, and former Ankeny player, as Pelham's kick is good. 55-0. Ankeny the lead. The final 3:41 when we return.
Hi, I'm Joe the car guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Holt's Plumbing and Heating continues to be one of Central Iowa's fastest growing plumbing, heating, and cooling companies. I'm proud of what we've accomplished at Holt. Our team is leading the way in providing the latest in home comfort solutions, and we have fun doing it. Our passion is to be the clear first choice for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and home service needs. But at the end of the day, a job well done and a happy customer means everything to us. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Connor Kaiser, the 42-yard touchdown run. 56-0. Did you teach him that move, Sean? How to run hard? It's a good move, isn't it? Sean Bradley helping us out tonight on stats. He watched Connor play a lot of baseball over the summers. And kind of fun to see these guys as they progress. And actually, look at this. Connor's lining up on kickoff team here on the outside as that kick is short. Taken at the 15, dropped again by the return, and that's going to just go backwards. And now, okay, the referee's going to say the ball's down. Coming in there, trying to recover it was Angelo Wernow.
Play recovered for Lincoln, brought down by number 82, Donnie Brown Straight.
Donnie Brown Straight also there.
They're putting the finishing touches. But you want to see late in a game like this, in even your kickoff team, good hustle. That's one thing that some teams do that quite well, that they take special teams as seriously as they do their offensive defense. So good hustle by the guys that run on that unit. And they've had a workout tonight with 8 touchdowns in this game.
A couple of big weeks of offensive statistics for Ankeny. Last week at Northwest. Jenkins gets the call on the right side, and he is tackled right around the legs, and that's really what you got to do against a really good guy like that.
Jenkins had some yards tonight. Unfortunately, he stayed out of the end zone. Still running hard late in the game.
Paul Painter and number 93.
Cale Halstead, the tackle. All right, let's flip over from other scores. As the handoff comes to the near side. Sorry about that. As you saw it there on the video, that is, yeah. That was Lovan. And it's going to be 3rd and short as we approach 2 minutes.
I can find still no score in the Ames-Johnson game, because Ames being on the bubble, would like to get a win here, because obviously some teams will move down.
Ball carrier number 8, Xander Kehoe.
Kehoe gets the first down.
Number 93.
Lincoln's offense is approaching 300 as the 221 yards rushing. They are a good running football team, and they're going to throw it now. And it's caught by Arndt, and he is stopped after a gain of about 6. Ball came out after he was down. Again, Cale Halstead in there for the tackle as we tick close to a minute to go.
Donsbury in there, playing linebacker as well.
Play action pass, throw down the field. Caught by Art in midfield. It's a foot race to the end zone. Catching from behind, Owen Summers. Touchdown saving tackle with 55 seconds to go.
Little mini roll by Keel there, looking down there and caught him in stride. Clock is running. It's 2 timeouts left for Lincoln. I'm sure they definitely want to see the end zone here. They have a chance to run several plays with 35 seconds.
Give it to Jenkins. Oh, man, what a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Carson Mackey just reached the right wing out and just threw him down.
It's a strong right wing by Mackey there. The clock is running. They still have 2 timeouts, so they're looking at, getting something in the end zone quickly.
Kehoe to throw the pass on the slant. Art catches it to the 5. And the Lincoln coaches look. Do we call timeout? They don't, and that's how it's going to end. 56-0.
Good pass there. Got down to the 5-yard twice. In the second half, they got down there to the 5 and unable to punch her in.
I think Art was a little slow to get up. As the two teams shake hands and exchange pleasantries, we'll step aside for one quick 1-minute break, and we got a post-game interview coming up after this. Ankeny wins 56-0 here on CISN.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Ankeny wins 56-0. Checking another game, going down to the wire. Urbandale down by 1, has the ball at the 40, or at the 30. Urbandale's just trying.
We've seen them come back here on this field.
As Coach Nelson talks to the team, we'll try to get one interview before they leave.
17-16, a flag on the play. Another score update that has implications. Cedar Rapids Kennedy is behind Dubuque Hempstead 13-18.
That would really probably throw off some seedings.
That would move them down from number 2 right now. They would move down probably into that, maybe that's 7-8, especially with, in an Urbandale loss too. We might see Ankeny leapfrog into one of the top 4 status at the way things are going right now.
Well, as you take a look here at some of the statistics, I want to give a couple of these before Coach Nelson breaks. Tonight, Ankeny passing, that'd be 10 of 15 for 276 yards. Really, J.J. Cole, good night tonight. McCullough, big night receiving. Running the ball, 17 for 131 in the second half alone for a total of 208, total of 484 yards of offense for the Ankeny Hawks tonight. Lincoln, 127 yards passing, 136 rushing, balance attack, 263. Jenkins, good night for him, 16 carries, 115 yards, no touchdowns. But Jenkins has some next-level speed. That guy could play at that next level give him some more touches, and he really explosive. Really what we're just hoping, though, for the best is Casey Carney-Hahn, after his injury right before half, kind of set the tone of this second half. And I had Jeff for a moment, and as long as Nate keeps his word.
Players just broke the huddle there.
They're finding each other. Yep. Jeff Brooks is down on the sideline, and I gave him the stat line. Nate Nessa tonight, Jeff, 11 carries, 106 yards, 4 touchdowns, Jeff.
Hey, now you're good. So if I said to you, 11 carries, 106, and 4, did you expect that tonight out of yourself? That's a great game.
I did not. I didn't even expect to play, honestly. I didn't think Colin would get hurt. Kid's a tank.
So, hey, absolutely is. So, yeah, but that's an awesome game for you, and you deserve that. You're a senior this year, right? Playoffs coming up. Offense, defense, you do it all. Tell me about your offensive line. Tell me about, being here with your parents tonight. What's this mean for you?
It was just a great night overall. Our offensive line is crazy good, and we have one of the best offensive line coaches I think is around. But it was a lot of fun being out here with my friends and all their family members, and it was just a great night overall.
So, next week playoffs. What's that mindset going to be for you and for your teammates, and how are you going to motivate them going forward here?
I don't really talk much on the team, but Tamden does most of the motivating. But every week we practice as hard as we can. We go and go and go, and we watch film, and I think we're going to be ready to take on anyone that wants to come against us.
All right, man. Hey, I'll let you get with your family, your friends. I see they're all over there, but good game, good luck. All right.
Nate Nessa with Jeff Brooks. Thank you so very much. Nate Nessa, good night. Yeah, you didn't know you were going to play. You expect Colin Kadolf. So now I'm going forward. You have Kadolf, who didn't play after the first half. You didn't have Jackson Penningroth. Those are 2 key parts moving forward.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like, hopefully it's nothing serious. I think there's more as a precaution there with Kadolf. The game was well in hand by the time he came out, so look at that shoulder. It's been dinged up, so he was seen pretty light on the sideline, so I think it's just more of a precaution. We'll see how the week goes. I'm sure we talked to Coach. You'll have another viewpoint on that. But it's nice to have a backup that's quality, that runs just as hard, so they didn't miss a beat when Nessa came in to run the ball.
Hawks roll tonight to a 7-2 regular season. Lincoln falls to 5-4. Their losses to Norwalk, Carlisle, Valley, and Ankeny. Ankeny's losses to Centennial and Valley. They'll get a chance maybe to play Lincoln or to play Valley again. We'll see how this all shakes out. But,
Two losses by a total of 9 points for Ankeny this year.
And both of them were pretty close football games, 14-7 in that game against Centennial, and then that game against Valley that went down to the last play of the game.
38-36, yep. That was so they're a top team. I think after this we can see how things are shaking out, but I think if you look at it just from the eye test, I think they are one of the top 4 teams in the state. So we'll see how, playoffs are another season. Everybody's 0-0. Record-wise.
For Reese and for Dave and for Sean on the technical side, Sean Bradley on stats tonight, Jeff Brooks down on the sideline. That's Tim Halber. I'm Paul Yeager. Final score tonight, Ankeny rolls 56-0 to end the regular season. Postseason, keep it tuned. We'll let you know where we're at. We hope to bring you some more games. This is the CISN.TV coverage of high school football. Good night from Ankeny Stadium.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Crunch.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
Really liked your backyard, man.
There's nothing to the east, so I can do this all day.
No, Patrick. East is that way.
Oh, man, that's not good.
With Hy-Vee aisles online, it's easy to order online and pick up everything you or your neighbors might need.
Sorry about your hot dogs. All right. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Hy-Vee aisles online, convenient pickup, and we deliver too.
Our team at D. Armand Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the D. Armand difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away.